Alright, welcome back to the Pv6 where we are going to start the second game. Back-to-back game for Space City Cowboys. They won the first game against Future Caps. They are playing the second game. This is going to be a full 20-over game. And the opponent is Seattle Thunderbolts. As we can see, Space City Cowboys taking the field first as Nasir Jamali will take the ball. He's making his adjustments to the field. We'll come up with the player list and the lineups shortly here, but Seattle Thunderbolts will be batting first. Lenny, any insights on the Seattle Thunderbolts team?
Yeah, Mustafa. They're really a top team and they continue to play in all of these franchise competitions, so that keeps you active. They've done well, minor league team. And so this unit, this brand, Seattle Thunderbolts, a respected one in local cricket, certainly in the United States.
Umpires Cameron Best, the strikers end, and the square leg umpire for the first over is umpire Owen Brown. Same umpires did the officiating in the first game. It was a close contest between Space City Cowboys and Future Caps. Space City Cowboys won the first game, chasing 118. They finished it in style in the 11th over. Got a bit close to comfort, but brilliant bowling and fielding by Future Caps. But in the end, the experience of Ramiz Raja Jr. and skills of Matthew Tromp brought them home.
Yeah, and you look at the Thunderbolts. They'll be opening their campaign with this game, and they're coming up against the Cowboys. Very emphatic victory not too long ago, within the hour. And folks, the competitions committee has made it known that because of the first day unplayable, the schedule has been revised. Here we go.
It's Nasir Jamali will start the proceedings. First delivery, hits it over the top. Didn't time it well. Still a chance for the fielder to get to it. But no luck. For boundary. First ball. Slightly over pitched. Effortless shot. Just chipped it over the top of cover for a boundary. So good start here for Seattle Thunderbolts.
Yeah, very good start when you can get a boundary off the very first ball of the match. And as Mustafa mentioned, we're back to 120 balls aside. Full 20 overs now. And a lovely way to start. And I want to think, Mustafa, Seattle may have won on bat.
As Nasir comes in, slightly pacey delivery outside the off-stump, tries to cut that, but couldn't connect through to the keeper. We've seen some good opening partnerships so far in both innings of the first game from Future Caps, and not for Space City Cowboys because Noman left early, but then Chauhan and Arya had a wonderful partnership. Let's see what these openers can do as Nasir Jamali comes in. That's a good delivery, attacking the stumps back to the bowler Lenny. Nasir Jamali is a very experienced campaigner. He has actually played for Team USA in the past and still can bowl with some serious pace.
Yeah, that you mentioned, Nasir Jamali. He's one of those players who's been around for a long, long time. Almost the same time as the likes of Stephen Taylor and the early crew from that USA under-19 team that went up to one of the World Cups.
Slower delivery this time outside the off stump and couldn't connect, so a dot ball there. 4 without loss. Seattle Thunderbolts, opening pair of Shreyas, who's faced all the deliveries so far in the innings, hit a boundary first delivery, and then Rahul is at the non-striker end. This one got some bottom edge straight to the fielder at the fine leg where Matthew Tromp just fielded for a quick single.
Yeah, and you talked about Nasir Jamali, and I remember him pretty well because it was it was around that year that the national championship was held in New York. Stephen Taylor was part of that crew. Shiva Vashishat, player from the West. Sami Sadiq, another player who's been part of that squad. Nazir Jamali was in that squad.
That's a good delivery. Beaten, squared him up, and straight to the keeper. So very good first over, 5 without loss, Seattle Thunderbolts. So Ali Khan good express pace bowler, is with the ball, bowling the second over, 10 without loss, Seattle Thunderbolts. As he comes running in, that's a good delivery, that's pace on offer, and a quick single, bit of a misfield there by the cover fielder. Ball kind of ricochets off to the mid-off fielder, but a single after a bit yes and no between the two batters. So like I said, Ali Khan just bowled 2 overs in the previous match, bowled the first over, second over, and then bowled 11th over. But second over of his last game, he didn't bowl with full pace, shortened run-up, less pace, but he's back again, taking the new ball with Nasir Jamali, bowling some serious pace. Got hit for a boundary in the first delivery, but so far has been really good. Slower delivery this time. Couldn't time it well, straight to the cover fielder. So good over so far, just the 6 runs of the first 5 balls. It's kind of subdued start, Lenny, here. Just 11 runs of the first 11 deliveries without loss.
Yeah, the fact is, we saw a couple of fours at the beginning of each over. Ali Khan with one ball remaining.
Comes in, good delivery, short pitch delivery, and obviously with this kind of pace, the batter has to be extremely ready to time. Couldn't connect straight to the keeper. So end of a very good over, a very fast, quick over from Space City Cowboys, the one that's very efficient in power play. Just 1-4, 6 runs conceded, 11 after 2 overs, Seattle Thunderbolts.
This is totally off.
11 without loss as Nasir Jamali continues. Second over. This is a good shot. Straight towards the cover and no chance for the fielder in deep. Very well timed, and that's a boundary.
So we've seen 3 overs and we've seen 3 first ball have gone for 4. And look at this, Jariwala comes down the track and smashes this through the offside. And he picks up his first boundary.
And the first ball of the over boundary tradition continues in this over as well. And Rahul Jariwala, a very experienced campaigner from the West Coast. We'll talk about him after this delivery. This Nasir Jamali outside the off stump. Very rare sight to see, Lenny, that you just let the ball go to the keeper in this short format.
Yeah, he knows he's just come out and we're probably into the third over. It's one of those things that sometimes, Mustafa, you look to the umpire for those marginal wides. Sometimes it goes your way.
Nasir Jamali will come in. Again, slower delivery, just taps it. There's a fielder there in the deep for a single. So smart bowling here by Nasir Jamali.
Yeah, the left arm seamers have a way of aiming towards the slip area. That's certainly their stock ball. They want to allow the right-handers to probably hit through the line on the offside. And that is why we've seen all the balls in this over so far has gone towards the off stump.
Nasir Jamali comes in. That's heaved over mid-wicket, and that's going to go all the way for a 6. So Shreyas with the maximum.
Yeah, that's a lovely strike. He's batting extremely well. We've seen him already with a couple of boundaries. And look at this one. This one is the big one. Picked it up well and struck it far. And by no means are these grounds small, Mustafa.
That was a good pickup shot. Kind of aired on his line, Nasir. Everything was outside the off stump. This one was on his legs, and easy pickings there. Just heaves it, helps it over mid-wicket for the maximum. So good shot there by Shreyas. Moves on to 16 of 11, 22 without loss. And this is the third over. This is a full 20-over game. The first one was a shortened 12-over game to cover for yesterday's rain as Nasir Jamali. And that's a short pitch delivery, kind of a slower bouncer and not a wide. So a very useful delivery, just one off the over signal by umpire Cameron Best.
Yeah, we've seen those loopy short ball bouncer, baby bouncer they sometimes call them. Very effective in limited overs cricket, especially when batters are looking to swing. It certainly messes with their timing.
Nasir Jamali comes running in. Again a slower delivery, and this one is gone. Wasn't able to time it. Again with the slowness of the pace. Just got sliced it towards backward point and an easy catch. As you can see, rolled his fingers away from the batter. No real feet movement from the batter. Just hung his bat out there. Gave a practice catch. And that's gone. The first batsman in the pavilion. So good piece of bowling there by, good comeback by Nasir Jamali. That was Noman Anwar, the batter. Interesting here, Lenny, that you mentioned in this 20-over game, the bowlers have, the style of bowling has changed so much as they start bowling these slower balls right from the beginning. And especially when, in the older days, when you have a newer cherry in your hand, a newer ball, people would use the seam and bowl shorter deliveries and use the swing, but not in this format. They start rolling their fingers, bowling the slower bouncers, the slow over balls, just like you witnessed. So different strategies in play.
Yes, Mustafa, the bowlers have had to catch up with seemingly a game that is skewed in the batsman's favor. And so they've really come and they've tried to really perfect their art of really prevent scoring and at the same time picking up a wicket. Ali Khan continues.
So Ali Khan will continue with the second over to Rahul. That's a good delivery. Squared him up. What a delivery that was, and Rahul had no idea on this delivery. So Ali bowling with some serious pace as the new batsman coming in, number 6. See on the replay. Just slightly seaming away and squared the batsman up. Very good line and length there from Ali Khan.
Yeah, Ali Khan, of course, we talked about the exploits of Ali Khan over time. Quality fast bowler, and he's up there with some of the other associate pacers for sure.
Ali Khan comes in, and again a good delivery outside the leg stump, called a wide. Was trying to pull it towards the backward square leg region. A wide called. Good piece of keeping there by Johan.
Yeah, I get the feeling that with 23 on the board so far, we've seen, in fact, 22. Well, it's 23 now, isn't it? One wide, Ali Khan, a dot on a wide. Yeah, there we go, 23 for one.
So Ali Khan comes in. That's a good delivery. Straight to the fielder in the deep for a single. Brings the new batsman in. And it's number 6, Chaitanya Bishnoi, also from Houston, playing from Seattle.
Yeah, this is going to be a good contest. Bishnoi is ranked one of the top level competitor, and Ali Khan, he always makes his presence known, and he's running from that 30-yard marker. And will come into bowl to Bishnoi.
Do we see some chin music first up as Ali comes in? That's York and gone! First ball! Express paced, Yorked him, and Chaitanya had no idea with the pace. Swung straight, hitting the base of the stumps, and Ali Khan. Second wicket down, Chaitanya Bishnoi. First ball dismissal. Cleaned him up by Ali Khan. Seattle 24 for 2. Here you go.
Yeah, when you've got pace, that's where you aim at the base of the stumps. And while it may have come off the pad, it doesn't matter. The scorecard will show bold Ali Khan, and Bishnoi wouldn't be scoring much today. He's gone. First ball, it's 24 for 2.
Really good piece of bowling there by Ali Khan. We're talking about when we have a bowler the likes of Ali Khan who can bowl express deliveries. It's very comfortable for the skipper to use him at any given stage of the game, and this is a full 20-over game, so he's going to get his full quota of 4 overs. And as you can see, Ali Khan causing damage early on, and Thunderbolts in a bit of bother. 24 for 2 as a new batsman, Shaswat Kohli, comes in. Not an easy task to come in under pressure and right off the bat facing Ali Khan.
Yeah, we've seen a very good over so far from Ali Khan, except for one wide, but he's taken out Bishnoi.
That's a great delivery, and as you can see, good field placement there by the skipper supporting the bowler. taking a slip and a gully there. Just the two fielders in the deep, fine third man and fine leg. Still two more deliveries to negotiate for the new batsman Shashwat, and Ali Khan on fire here with his pace.
Yeah, Ali Khan is really both fired up. And we've seen the short ball already. You've seen a good in swinging Yorker too.
And that's out, gone! Another wicket, and that's what we were talking about for a new batter to come in and face Ali Khan. Just hung his bat out there, and good piece of captaincy by Shuja, bringing all the players in the catching positions and a simple catch at backward point. So third wicket down, 24 for 3, and in a lot of trouble here. See the replay here.
Yeah, Shashwat Kohli looking to fend off a ball that is well bowled here from Ali Khan. And the man at backward point held on to a very stiff chance. Couple of wickets here for Ali Khan, separated by a dot ball. So a couple of strikes for him, 24 for 3.
And you can see in the replay, it was kind of a nothing shot. Just hung his bat out there. Rising delivery, and with Shuja employing some close-in catching fielders with Ali's bowling. That was a great move by the skipper to give more fielders, catching fielders, and that resulted in a wicket. And Seattle Thunderbolts, they have to do some sort of recovery with the third wicket down. Not easy for the new batter as Ali Khan running in. Great delivery outside the off stump, lets it go to the keeper, and he'll be glad that this over is finished. And Ali Khan, not sure if he's going to bowl another over. Not easy for fast bowlers to bowl 3 overs on the trot, but let's see, 24 for 3 after 4. Jamali is going to continue the bowling. Will come in and bowl his third over. He's bowled well. And again taps it to the mid-off fielder. Chance for a run out, but not a good throw. But Nasir Jamali, not as pacey as Ali Khan, but can still hold his own. He mixes his deliveries well, bowls a very well disguised slower ball. He's got 2 different kinds of slower ball. One, he rolls a figure over the top like an off spinner, and the one back of the hand. So I've seen both in these 2 games, and one resulted in a wicket in the previous over.
Yes, Mustafa, I always feel that every bowling team should carry a left-arm seamer. It brings so much to the dimensions of your bowling attack with a world that is predominantly right-hander. And so when they show up from time to time, they're the different one.
Interesting to see there's no slip on offer for this new batter, as Nasir Jamali is bowling left arm away from the batter, and he's going to come and bowl to the new batsman and hits it back to the bowler. So another fielder closer in the catching would be really helpful, as Nasir is bowling well, and especially with 3 down. The batters here want to consolidate and build the innings after the early damage inflicted by Ali and Nasir, but no slip on offer. That's a bit strange. And Nasir Jamali, that's a short delivery and pulled it with that kind of pace. No problem for the batter. A welcome boundary for Seattle.
Yeah, you get the feeling eye on the side. In fact, Soap Thai Look at this one. It's a well executed shot. He's not as spacey as Ali Khan. So Khan bowled there. But the batter's just helping himself to a lovely executed shot. Gone for 4.
Here's where Nasir needs to come back to his plan, is bowling away from the batter and use his slower balls effectively as he comes in. And this one, again, good delivery there. Sohaib tried to hit him on the offside, didn't get hold of that delivery. So just the 4 runs, just a boundary in the first 4 balls. So good spell here, Nasir Jamali. Like Lenny mentioned, not as pacey as Ali Khan, but still good stats to support his bowling. 2.4 overs, 20 runs with wicket. As he comes running in to bowl to Sohaib. This one again called a wide, a bit outside the off stump. Passing the white lines, called a wide.
Yeah, you get the feeling that because of Ali Khan, couple of strikes in the last over, Mustafa, known the reputation of Ali Khan, you get the feeling that Nazir Jamali could be the man under pressure here. They could be targeting him with a couple of balls remaining.
Comes in. Again, this is going to go all the way to the boundary. Poor line there, just outside the leg stump, flicked it between the keeper and the fine leg fielder who was inside the circle, and another 4.
Yeah, lovely shot again from the Seattle Thunderbolts batsman. We talked about they got off to a good start. Lost their first wicket at 22, but lost a couple of them with the score on 24 with a couple of strikes from Ali Khan. Look at this one going down the leg side. Khan bowled there. And nicely helped here by, looks like Soptai is the batter. Well, the card is having Rahul Jariwala on strike, so we'll have to sort that out. But we know this is the new man that has just come in.
Nasir Jamali comes in, and this one is hit on the offside to deep for a single. As Rahul was the one who was hitting those boundaries, so he moves on to 16 of 13 deliveries. Sohaib yet to face a delivery, so it's 34 for 3 at the end of 5 overs. Still 1 more over to go in the power play. So Karthik Gatapalli come in, Ali Khan taken off after 2 overs, 2 brilliant overs, taking 2 wickets. Lots happened in the first 5 overs, so much that even the scorers were a little confused with the happening. So Ayan Desai was the new batter, not Sohaib, and he's the one who hit 2 boundaries in the previous over of Nasir Jamali. Now that we have everything sorted, we've got Ayan at 9 facing Karthik Gatapalli, the left-arm spinner, and Rahul Jariwala 8 is Karthik. It's up in the air. It's not going to carry over the top of the short fine leg fielder. And is that a chance for a run out? Good piece of running there for coming back for the second Ayan Desai. So good first up ball by Karthik Gatapalli. Tried to sweep that ball but couldn't connect. Got the top edge over the head of Nasir Jamali at short fine leg for a couple. Comes in. This is a good delivery, spinning away, just taps it towards point.
Yeah, Karthik Gatapalli, it's quality spinner. And he gets a chance here. We've seen Nazir Jamali. He's replaced Ali Khan. And you were talking about whether Ali Khan was going to bowl another over, but we've seen in T20 cricket the element of surprise and certainly just mixing your bowlers up.
Karthik comes in, good flighted reverse sweep, and that's gone. Had the right idea, but the execution wasn't there. And good piece of fielding, good catching right at the edge of the circle, and that's the 4th wicket down. Karthik Kattapalli immediately making an impact with the ball, gets a wicket.
Yeah, trying to go for the switch hit, but not clearing the man just around the 30-yard circle. And another wicket fall, so in trouble is the Thunderbolts. And they've lost 4 with 37 on the board.
That was a brilliant catch. If you notice, Lenny, he just timed his jump perfectly. That's Ramiz Raja Jr. taking the catch right on the edge of the circle, timed his jump, took it above his head, and then sending the batter back. So 4 wickets down, as you can see the replay again. Was there to hit. The idea was good. Execution not so well. Straight in the hands of the fielder.
Yeah, and Ramiz Raja, sometimes I've seen him with the gloves a lot of time, Mustafa. Today they've gone with Ian Dev Chauhan as the preferred keeper. Good catch from Ramiz Raja, not one of the tallest member of the team, so he had to time the jumping and to gain for those couple of inches that made the difference.
The innings not getting any sort of stability. 37 for 4 as Karthik continues, and again, especially when you see these early wickets, the bowling side flexes a lot of muscle. They've got a lot of options, and the fielding, the bowling, the field placements, everything is working right now for Space City Cowboys. Again, that's a good delivery. Another shy at the non-striker end, but
a good over so far from Karthik Kattapalli. He's picked up 1 already.
not really conceding any runs, just 3 runs of the first 4 deliveries and a wicket. He comes in, quicker in the air, watchfully defended. Still a lot of overs to go, Lenny. Still 14 more overs to go. The two needs to consolidate, especially with the experienced Rahul still there, new batsman Rishi. If they can get to some sort of respectability with 130 to 145, that would be a good total to defend. But losing any more wickets at this point would be...
Yeah, they've got to rebuild from here. And we know the batting cards are usually a cricket batting card. Always the top skilled batters hang out at the top. So whenever you lose 4 and 5, it gives you that feeling that some of the best batters are back in the shade. But what we've seen in T20 cricket, Mustafa, some lofty hitters, 38 for 4. But we have seen in T20 cricket how lofty hitting can still make up for those scores that you're not getting at the top of the order. Can we see that from the Thunderbolts?
So twin bowling change here. Ali Sheikh, the chief destroyer from the first game, comes into the attack, took 4 wickets at a time when the opening pair was doing really good in the last game. Took 4 wickets, gave only 15 runs. He's going to be introduced in the attack and bowls the first ball right on dot, right on the mark, straight to the fielder.
Yeah, and the pressure on this batting team because they've lost 4, such a long way to go. 83 balls remaining.
Ali Sheikh will come in. Again, a very good delivery. Wanted a single sent back. Good effort there by Karthik. It's a very nice premium feature for any team to have a left-arm spinner. Space Cowboys have got 2. Space City. Ali Sheikh bowling right now and Karthik in the previous over. He comes in, flighted delivery and drives it straight to long off for a single. And Rishi Ramesh gets off the mark with that single. So a lot of consolidation needs to happen if they want to take this innings to a respectable total. Again, that's a good delivery. Not too much a batter can do. Just taps it towards the deep cover for a single.
Yeah, Rahul Jariwala. We know he's a batter who likes to play shots. But when you look at the card with 4 down, he may have to alter his game.
And that's up in the air and gone. And that's exactly what we were talking about. That these two need to stay here and consolidate. But Ali Sheikh, continuing his bowling form from the previous game, takes a return catch for Cotton Bold, and that's the 5th wicket down. Half the team in the dugout, Lenny.
Yes, Mustafa, everybody has taken wickets. In the case of Ali Khan, he's picked up 2. Look at this one. Looking to turn the ball into the onside. A bit of a leading edge, and Ali Sheikh is regarded one of the best fielders around. He's not going to allow that to go by, and the wicket for him continues in this tournament. And that's wicket number 5 for Ali Sheikh in just the 2nd match of the tournament here for the Space City Cowboys.
So Rishi Ramesh back in the pavilion, just scoring a single run against his name, and that's 5 wickets down for Seattle. Brings in the new batsman Aditya. Here's the replay of Ali Khan's dismissal. Chaitanya Bishnoi cleaned him up, and then the second batter. Good, and then there's Karlik, fall of wickets, reverse swept straight to the fielder, and the last dismissal. Ali Sheikh, bit of turn, bit of bounce, was trying to turn it on the onside, couldn't adjust with the spin, and gave a simple catch back to one of the best fielders here, Ali Sheikh, who makes no mistake. So 5 down with just 40 runs on the board.
Yeah, Aditya Ganesh comes to the middle, a man who played his cricket for many years on the west, but last year we saw him in the northeast.
That's a great delivery. Almost took his pads and taps it straight to the short third man fielder. And an end of a very good over. Just the 2 runs and a wicket, Ali Sheikh. After 7, Thunderbolts 40 for 5. Karthik is going to continue his 2nd over. Again, a quicker delivery. You see different styles of bowling, Lenny. As you see, Ali Sheikh bowls a lot of flight, gives a lot of air, wants the batsman to play a false shot, versus Kattab Ali, who bowls flatter trajectory, quicker ones.
Yeah, you're right on that, Mustafa. While bowling type might be the same, there's their left arm spinner. They're certainly different. One is a little taller than the other. And you talked about Ali Sheikh, probably with a little bit more flight. Gatapali a little bit more flatter.
Also, the ends matter. If you're bowling with the breeze, where you know a half shot, elevated shot can go carry with the breeze for 6, so you try to bowl flatter. That's what perhaps Karthik is doing. Different styles of bowling, but very effective nevertheless, both bowlers. Taking wicket in their first overs. As Karthik comes in and bowls to the new batter, Aditya.
Yeah, Aditya Ganesh. I was talking about the fact that he went this year to the Philadelphians in the Northeast.
Karthik, quicker delivery, and again, that's an appeal. And the fielding side is convinced that that was out, but umpire Owen Brown, who's the better judge of that sequence of events, said not out.
Yeah, you see a little bit of warning here from Owen Brown, just letting the fielder know That descent to the umpire carries, sometimes finds.
Saw on the replay there was a big gap between the bat and the ball, so Obi stands corrected, and this one again a good delivery and a bit of a fumble there, and is that going to be a run out? No, so a single conceded. Karthik not too happy both with the effort there and the throw, which was not on a bounce, so Karthik wasn't able to collect it, so single conceded.
Yeah, very tight over here from Karthik Gadapali. He's sent down 5 deliveries, only a couple of runs.
And that's a good delivery. Ends it with a dot, so great over by Karthik. Just 6 runs off of 2 overs and a wicket. Thunderbolts after 8 overs, 42 for 5. We want to thank Houston Open 2026 sponsors, the Tariq Real Estate, EMS, the container company, and then Iced and Frosted. First day of this year's Houston Open. Day 1 was actually yesterday, was washed out. So makeup day today with the first round of games was shortened 12 over games. This is a full 20 over game as Ali Sheikh continues. Can he get a wicket again in this over? That's a good delivery, just taps it towards the vacant backward point region for a single. Interesting, Lenny, with so many wickets down, a very defensive field placement by Space City Cowboys. Just one fielder was inside the circle for that left-handed batter and nobody in for the right-hand batter.
Yeah, Mustafa, we've seen so many times that once the power play session comes to an end, fielders and captains think, well, we have to spread the field. You've got 5 wickets down. I agree. We could do with some attacking here.
As Ali Sheikh comes in and good delivery. With so many wickets down, Lenny, let the new batters come in and try to hit him over the top. With so much pressure, you never know. A miscue shot or a miss-hit can definitely result in more wickets. So Ali Sheikh comes in, and this one, loud appeal for LBW, perhaps outside impact, outside the off stump, and seems like Cameron was signaling that the bowler came in his view, but tries to sweep that ball from outside the off stump. Good delivery there by Ali Sheikh. Again, well flighted delivery, comes down the track, but straight to the fielder in the deep mid wicket for a single. A lot of effort by the batter for a single.
Yeah, you look at Aditya Ganesh, he's more of a top player. And this role at the state of this game, 45 for 5 with 67 balls remaining, this could be a good ploy for him. He likes to play like that.
That was the replay for the LBW appeal. Just definitely hitting outside the off, way outside the off. And the last delivery, dot ball tries to sweep. Didn't connect, so end of a very good over. 5 runs of 2 overs, Ali Sheikh with 1 wicket. Continuing with his bowling form from the last game, where he took 4 wickets. 9 overs in the books. Thunderbolts 45 for 5. And a very dismal scorecard there with just Rahul Jariwala still holding the fort. 11 of 15. Shreyas Chitnani 16 of 13. And then from that point on, 2 ducks. Bishnoi and Shaswat, both victims of Ali Khan. Then Aryan Desai and Rishi Ramesh, dismissed by the 2 left-arm spinners. And Aditya Ganesh and Rahul Jariwala, 45 for 5.
Yeah, Gatapali here, he has bowled 2 very cheap overs himself. Picked up the wicket earlier on, but here he is.
He's going to continue, and this one again. Was outside the off, was trying to sweep it from the off, misses it.
Yeah, Aditya Ganesh, I've seen him with the Philadelphians this year. It's no wonder he's wearing one of those bright yellow helmet. The Philadelphians, they're yellow and black. And they certainly have in their side Liam Plunkett.
Good delivery outside the off stump, just turned in and hit straight to the deep point fielder for a single.
It's a game that the Cowboys have certainly controlled. They have done that by taking wickets. You look at the run rate is just under 5.
Then that's a great delivery, just lets it go to the keeper. And Lenny, I suspect after 10 or 12 overs, there must be some sort of a plan to get going after the bowlers to get to a good total. Right now, it's all Space City Cowboys. And this one is cut very good. No chance for Matthew Tromp, and a very welcome boundary here for Rahul Jariwala.
Yeah, that's one of the poor deliveries of left arm spinner is that ball that you pull down. Look at that. That's one of the poor deliveries from these left arm spinner. A ball that you probably bowl as a long hop, turning away, giving the batsman even more room. Well executed here from Jariwala.
Certainly, as Karthik will come in. Flighted delivery, swept on one knee again, a good shot. And the fielder in the deep gets to it. Piece of fielding there, but the batsman comfortably back for 2. So Rahul showing some aggression there, showing some intent. Moves on to 17 of 18 deliveries. Probably not easy for Rahul to see his partners one after the other going back in the dugouts. This last delivery of the over comes in. Karthik, flighted delivery, and that's a good looking drive, and that's going to go for another boundary. No chance for Matthew Tromp again, just one fielder in the deep and through to the covers, and that's 2 boundaries in this over.
It's a lovely cover drive to end the 10th. On the front foot, stroked it beautifully, found the gap. It's a very sparse area for this fielding side. And that's a lovely way to bring up the 10th over, 56 for 5.
Ali Sheikh is going to continue. He's going to be bowling his 3rd over. And comes down the track, and it's going to take him all the way for a 6. Mighty blow there by Aditya Ganesh. Getting into the action, saw the flight early on, used his feet and hits it over long on. So good 6 here. Good first ball boundary.
Yeah, we talked about the matchups between left arm spinner bowling to left-handers. And we know Mustafa, it probably benefits the left-hander. They're hitting with the spin. And you're not surprised that he went over long on. That is hitting with the spin. That's a good executed shot from Aditya Ganesh. And I talked about Ganesh. He likes to tap the ball around, but watch out. If you allow him to settle, he could come up with some big shots. We've seen one already.
Fielder finally emerged from the forest area there with the ball in his hand. So good hit by Aditya Ganesh. Took his time. Didn't want to over hit any of the deliveries, but this is the first opportunity he got and he seized it to perfection. So boundaries coming in. Last over 2 fours by Rahul and a maximum here by Aditya. Score moves on to 62 for 5. Again, this one tries to sweep it but misses it again from the off. So run rate up to 6 and over. Like we said, if Seattle can continue with this partnership for a few more overs, maybe 120 would be a decent total to defend. A quicker one again, tried to cut that but misses it. It's a good idea to kind of cut it, because with that kind of pace, if it evades the fielder at short third man, it's a certain boundary with this lightning fast outfield. This is a shorter delivery. Again with that spongy bounce just for a single.
Yeah, we're beginning to see a bit of a partnership. We saw one at the top when they lost their first wicket at 22. This one has gone for 23. So good bit of revival here from Rahul Jariwala, who's been there from the start.
So Ali Sheikh comes in. Again, a good delivery and good piece of running there. Just taps it. The fielder all the way back on the 30 wasn't getting a start. So a single. So wants to keep the scoreboard ticking here. 8 runs of the first 5 balls. Ali Sheikh. Again, a good delivery. Same result, same fielder, same single to end the over. So Ali Sheikh 3 overs for 14 runs. Still a very economical spell so far with a wicket. And 65 for 5 Thunderbolts after 11 overs. Seen with the last game, the spinners are doing the majority of the damage for Space City Cowboys. The skipper himself, Shujan Naqvi, hasn't come on to bowl. And then here's the introduction of the wrist spinner, Zia Shahzad is going to come in. So Karthik Kattapalli, bowling after bowling 3 overs, has been taken off. And Zia Shahzad is going to get a chance to roll his arms. Also bowled well in tandem with Ali Sheikh in the last game.
Yeah, we talked about some players who's been around domestic cricket for a long time. Shujan Naqvi, I remember many years ago in this very state, saw him playing cricket around here, and he still continues to play at a very good level, very experienced.
Sia's going to come in, quicker delivery, and this one is edged. Passes the keeper, passes the short man, third man after it, and it's going to be a 4. So good start here for Seattle Thunderbolts.
Yeah, ball cut away nicely here from Aditya Ganesh as the leg spinner given the ball. Look at that. Still a very quick outfield, although we've had some bad weather yesterday.
Sia comes in, and this one again outside the off stump. Wanted a wide call, but again, umpire Owen Braun not having it. Didn't like the batter telling the boss that it should have been a wide, so gave him a polite warning. Get on with the game, mate, as Zia continues. Good delivery this time. Taps it towards the short third man.
Yeah, we saw in the first game, Zia had a very good game. It was him and Ali Sheikh who really stemmed things from a time in which future Caps, they were on course to score big.
This one again, a good shot, and want to come back for the second, and that's going to be a run out appeal. It seemed like it's very close, but good effort there, good dive in the end. That probably saved him from that run out, but a really good throw to the keeper. But Aditya was deemed safe. Coming back for the second was a bit risky, but made his ground.
Yeah, good running in the end. Get the feeling that Aditya Ganesh put in a well-timed dive. Take a look at this one. Oh, made all the difference. Chauhan got the bail off in a flash. It was a very good throw, but in the end, a couple of runs for the Thunderbolts.
Zia will continue. Okay, on the back foot, just hits it to the long on. Wanted 2, but Noman Anwar quickly gets to the ball. just a single. 72 for 5, and we are in the 12th over, so good partnership here between Rahul, and here's the run out. And look at that angle of the run out. Very close play. This one hits it toward the mid wicket. Karthik gets to it for single. Very close call for that run out, but called not out by the umpire Cameron Best. So end of the 12th over, Zia Shahzad, 8 runs of the first over, 73 for 5. And here's the replay again. Lenny, see if you can see anything. Here's the throw. Slowing it down. It's Chauhan. His batter still not in. And Chauhan is... That was very lucky decision by the umpire from the looks of it. Seemed like Ganesh was slightly short of his crease. Very difficult for umpires to see this. Very easy for Lenny and I to watch it on action replay on a monitor with slowing down and multiple X speeds. But looks like that was a very lucky break for Aditya Ganesh and Seattle Thunderbolts.
Yeah, they'll probably take that any day, and they do need all the breaks that they can. Well, we've seen a nice little partnership of 33 so far from Rahul and Aditya Ganesh. And Ali Sheikh will continue 73 for 5.
Ali Sheikh in his last over of the spell. He's given 14 runs of the first 3 overs, single of the first ball. So 13th over starting, still 7.5 overs to go. So a lot of deliveries. If these two can stay and then maybe extend their innings, take them deep, 130, 135 would be a good total. Flighted delivery, and that comes down the track and hits straight to the mid-wicket fielder for a single.
Yeah, we have seen a good rebuilding work here by Aditya Ganesh and Rahul Jariwala. And as we come down in the 13th over here, Mustafa, they probably want to step on the gas a little bit. Still batting to come. They've only lost 5. You never know what's in store at the end.
That's a good delivery. Almost a return catch. Probably bounced a bit more to the like Rahul. Rahul just the 24 of 22 deliveries, but he's held his one end as Ali Sheikh continues. Again, taps it to the vacant square leg region with the ball will run collect. Single there, and Aditya Ganesh 20 of 21 deliveries. So this partnership is brewing, and brewing well for Seattle.
Yeah, 36 Mustafa. We saw 22 at the top of the order between Rahul and Chetnini. Since then, we saw falling away in the middle. Bishnoi came and went early. Kohli came and went early. Rishi Ramesh came and went early. And so this is a refreshing bit of partnership here from Rahul and Aditya Ganesh.
Keeping the scoreboard ticking, Lenny, and they're taking the loose balls to boundary, as you saw in the middle over. So a really good, well-planned, well-structured partnership this. Ali Sheikh will continue. Tries to hit it straight to the fielder in the deep mid-wicket for a single. So far dealing in singles. 5 balls, 5 singles. Ali Sheikh 6 balls, 6 singles. So it's Ali Sheikh finished with the spell. Another good bowling effort by Ali Sheikh. Just took 1 wicket but didn't give any easy runs.
First 78.
So Zia Shahzad will come in. Comes down the track, hits it. One bounce to Matthew Tromp and couldn't get to the ball, but hit lots of open spaces on the offside. A long chase for Matthew Tromp. He's been a very busy fielder since the start of Houston Open. Very youngster, he can afford to run.
Yeah, we saw in the earlier game those performances. He'll probably look back on YouTube and not be too pleased with the way things have gone in the first game, but he's made amends. We saw him with a quick knock that got him across the line.
Zia Shahzad continues, and this one is hit handsomely towards the extra cover region. Couldn't find the gap still, but back for the second Aditya Ganesh. Lenny, Aditya looks like a very good batsman here.
Yeah, I talked about how he can accumulate runs, and he'll probably give you the feeling that he's just gonna come in here and tap the ball around, but give him a little bit of time and he'll hit the ball over the ropes here at PVCC. And I've seen him last year at Northeast. I talked about the fact that he played for the Philadelphians for the first time. No wonder he carries that yellow helmet. That's their color, yellow and black.
Zia comes in and short delivery, just pulls it towards long on where Noman Anwar will field. And not a very flashy batsman, but a very technically correct batsman.
Yeah, he's the type of player that you want him at a position in which they were batting at 40 for 5. Remember, they were batting at 40 for 5. If you wanted a player from the Thunderbolts to really stem the flow of probably another wicket to fall and to keep tapping away, then Aditya Ganesh has really filled that role. He's still out there.
A very crafty batsman, exactly what the doctor ordered for Seattle Thunderbolts. As Rahul Jariwala is still there and outside the off-stump shorter, on the shorter side, pulls it towards mid-wicket for a single. He's still there. He came in, played the very first ball of the innings, saw his partners coming in and out, but still there at 28.
Yeah, he has held up his side, while of course he has not been his full-flowing self. But I want to think he has had to alter his game because of fall of wickets.
Zia Shahzad, quicker delivery, slightly comes down the track, straight to the fielder in the deep. Not able to find gaps, but keeping the scoreboard ticking.
Yeah, and let's come back to Aditya Ganesh. I want to think in the second season of Major League, he was a first-round pick for one of the teams, so he's a quality player.
This one is hit over the top, and that's going to go all the way for 6. A poor delivery, a very rare poor delivery by Zia Shahzad. Short, and Rahul just rocks back and hoiks it over mid-wicket for a 6. So good end to the over.
A lovely shot from Rahul Jariwala, Mustafa. 50-run partnership between the pair out in the middle. So a good comeback. 14 gone, it's 90 for 5.
With 36 balls to go, Lenny, that 140, 150 looks like a real possibility with the two set batters in the middle. Rahul 34 of 27 and Aditya 25 of 26.
Yeah, what Ali Khan and his men have done well, they've picked up wickets, haven't been able to penetrate this partnership out in the middle. We talked about them getting to 50 runs partnership. And we come down to the remaining 36 balls. It looks like Naqvi has been given the ball.
Shuja Naqvi. So skipper bringing him in the attack. And this one, shorter delivery just to the fine leg fielder for a single. Had a horrible time with the ball in the previous game. Just bowled 1 over and gave away 26 runs.
Well, Ali Khan has two, Jamali has one, Karthik has one, Ali Sheikh is done. 1 for 19 from Ali Sheikh. We talked about him getting a 4-wicket haul in the first game, so he's got to be at the top of the table at least for the earlier part of this tournament.
Again, delivery straight to the backward point for a single. So Shuja bowling much better line in this game.
But Mustafa, I'm pretty sure that Ali Khan, while the partnership has flourished and have gone beyond 50 now, you get the feeling that they've still held this Thunderbolt team to about 6 runs and over, which makes so much difference. Sometimes it's not the wickets, it's how well or how much you're scoring.
This one is hit slightly uppishly, but no fielder there in the circle to the square leg for a single. And Lenny, I reckon with this partnership going so well, maybe Ali Khan warrants an over where he can just go all out for 6 balls, give everything that he's got in his tank, and maybe get a wicket or 2.
Yeah, Ali Khan 2 for 8 in his couple of overs. We saw a little bit of everything a fast bowler likes to do.
This one again handsomely driven, but again to Karthik in the deep for a single. So 4 singles by Shuja. Very good start for Shuja. He wants to probably forget what happened in the last game, and certainly he did. Bowling some good lines, not giving anything away, especially not on the shorter side.
Yeah, you're right on that. He's kept it up, not allowing the batters to go under the ball. That's when those lofted shots happens.
And that's gone. Here you go. Shuja said, let me give that breakthrough that we need, and through the gates. So Aditya Ganesh gone, cleaned him up by Shuja Naqvi. Great piece of bowling there by the skipper.
Yeah, we were just talking about how his length has been so good in the over. We saw 4 singles. And look at this one, through the bat maybe. A little bit of inside edge, but it doesn't matter. A Yorker in the end. And it's Naqvi who breaks this big partnership. Aditya Ganesh gone. The 6th wicket falls. It's 94 for 6.
As you'll see, Lenny, on the replays, Aditya probably took a few steps out, and that probably worked in Shuja's favor, as you saw, and that yorked him. Had he stayed in his crease, that would have been a fuller over pitch delivery. He came down the track, and that got the back side of the bat, slightly inner edge back of the bat, and to his stump. So a good partnership, a good innings by Aditya Ganesh, but the partnership has been broken by the skipper, Shuja Naqvi.
Yeah, that partnership we talked about, a 50-run partnership, 54 off 48 balls, so better than run a ball, Mustafa. And now it's left for the rest.
So last ball coming up, Shuja Naqvi, 4 runs and a wicket, and a new batsman. Shuja comes in. Again, a good delivery outside the off stump, slightly seaming away, and ends it with a dot ball. So wicket and a dot ball to end the over. 5 runs. 4 runs and a wicket in his first over. And we saw some good, really good bowling by Nasir Jamali and Ali Khan, and then followed by the 2 left-arm spinners. Let's see the fall of wickets here. This is the first one. Just stood his ground and hit a nothing shot. Here's Ali Khan. Chaitanya Bishnoi was cleaned up, and this was just hanging his bat straight to the gully. And this is Karthik, reverse swept straight to the fielder. Ramiz Raja taking that catch, and this is Ali Sheikh getting a simple cotton ball, and this is the last over. Shuja Naqvi getting a set batsman out. So 6 wicket down for 94. 15 overs done, 5 more to go, 30 balls. As Rahul still out there, 36 of 29. And Zia Shahzad is going to continue. He comes in. And this one is reverse swept, and this is much better executed, and that's going to go all the way to the boundary for 4.
So Rahul Jariwala continues to carry the fight. And whether it's a conventional right-hander shot or just switch hitting, he's doing them quite successful. 98, approaching the 100 here.
Good option to take against the leg spinner when you have just one player in the deep, Lenny. That's very, very wide extra cover, so nobody behind the point in conventional cover. So if you can connect well, it's going to go for a boundary. And this one again, and it's going to go all the way to the boundary for 4. 1 bounce. So back-to-back boundaries for Rahul Jariwala.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Rahul has decided, well, he's got to make a move. There's 6 down. And balls are going by very quickly. A lofted shot into the offside. Found the gap in front of Naman Anwar. And a couple of 4s to start the 16th.
4 more balls to go. He's kind of got a liking for his bowling. And this one, good delivery, good comeback. Through to the keeper. Interesting, Lenny, Rahul has been out there since ball 1. But he's been picking the gaps really well. He's not playing any unorthodox, extraordinary. He's not forcing, he's just playing in the gaps. This one again, is that going to carry? And yes, it will. Another boundary.
Yeah, not too long ago, they were batting just over 5 runs and over. Mustafa, they're doing 6.7 now. Another loose ball, but manipulating the strike pretty well is Rahul Jariwala. Finds the gap again, 2nd time in this over. And that has gone away for another 4.
Zia coming in, and this was slightly upish, but no run. Interesting choice of shots again, picking the gaps. That was a very short outside the off stem. Waited for the spin, the turn, and just plays it like a golf shot, tee up straight. This one comes down the track, and that's going to go all the way for the maximum. So Rahul Jariwala gets to his 50 in style.
Yeah, 4 4s. In fact, 6 4s and a couple of 6s from Rahul. And look at that, inside out, over the offside. He's got shots all around the ground. And this one, what an emphatic way to bring up a half century. And that's the 2nd half century we've seen here, Mustafa. We saw earlier one in the early 12-over game. 2nd one off the bat of Rahul Jariwala. Well played.
That's exactly right, Lenny. 2nd half century, and both centuries hit by the openers. So certainly some rewarding for openers to stay and get adjusted to the bounce and the pace of this wicket. It definitely has a bit of a spongy bounce, especially from the end where Nasir Jamali, Ali Sheikh, and now where Shuja is bowling from. But Rahul Jariwala, excellent innings.
And Mustafa was making the point that I get the feeling that Rahul, throw the non-strikers in, doesn't connect from Chauhan. But I got the feeling last over that Rahul was going to take on Zia at some point. And it's no wonder we saw an over from Zia that went for 18 runs. And in the process brings up a half century. 2nd one we have seen on this ground today.
Shuja will continue. He's pulled well in this. And this one pulls it. And that's going to go for a maximum. So Rahul Jariwala took his time, played around, knocked it down for singles and doubles, left a few balls to the keeper, and now nothing is missing his eyesight. Everything is connecting and connecting well.
Yeah, you get the feeling when you've batted so long. This is over number 17. You've been there from the start. It's about time. If there's one batter out in the middle here for you to accelerate, then it's Rahul Jariwala. And he has certainly done that. We talked about an over from Zia that went for 18. This one has gone for 7 in just 2 balls. I get the feeling this is Rahul's game.
Shuja will come in, and this is a full delivery, and this is hit chance of a run out, but the fielder didn't see any backup there, so didn't want to throw, which is a bit odd because he would have taken Rahul's wicket out had he taken the chance, but he decided against it.
Yeah, and it was 4 overs ago. They were just over 6 runs and over. Mustafa, they've gone to 7.2. That's their run rate now, and it keeps climbing.
Again, taps it towards long off for civil single, and that 150 Lenny looks very much possible, even 160 if Rahul can stay the course of this innings.
Well, they've got 20 balls remaining. Run a ball will give them 141, 142, but you get the feeling with Rahul's still there, and Subhas Sankar, who has come to the middle, he can hit the ball too. You get the feeling they could be targeting, like you said, 150, 160, even beyond if Rahul stays to the end.
And this one again, that's going to go all the way to the boundary. Shout of a catch it by the bowler, but nowhere near any fielder. Edged and 4. So no matter how they come, they are very useful runs here.
Yeah, if you've played the game, Mustafa, I'm pretty sure that you played at the top level, but these are the things that makes the game get away from a fielding side. You don't know when these runs add up. Some bit of stroke of luck, but you've got Rahul Jariwala out in the middle. This could still be a 160, 170 game.
This is a full toss and hit high. Is it going to clear? No, that's gone. And that was a full toss and could have been hit anywhere but straight to the fielder. Probably an element of surprise for the batsman himself. Full toss, straight to the fielder.
Yeah, on most grounds, probably you would have gone for 6. A big strike from Rahul Jariwala. But the fielder came in, settled under it, and took a comfortable catch. And the big wicket of Rahul Jariwala, he falls for 65. 7 down, 125 on the board.
And that was Zia Shahzad, the fielder. He's not going to drop a lot of catches there, so that's the end of an innings. That's 7 down, and Shuja amongst the wickets, 2 and 2. And there you have it, Lenny. The new bowler, as you can see, who has the ball in his hand? Ali Khan. With 7 wickets down, you get a feeling that he's been brought on to finish his 2 overs and also maybe take the tail enders out cheaply and not allow the Seattle team to get to 150. 7 down, and brilliant innings by Rahul comes to an end.
Yeah, this is where it's going to get interesting here for the Thunderbolts. It was only a couple of balls ago, Mustafa, they were targeting probably a sure 150, 140, 150. And we talked about how Jariwala stuck around long enough, maybe towards the end, even 160 would have been in play. But now he falls, Ali Khan comes back. Couple of wickets at the top of the order for Ali Khan, 2 for 8, and he comes back here bowling to 2 new batters out in the middle. Subhas Sankar,
that's very wide, very high, over the top, rightfully called the wild. So again, this is not seeing the same pace from Ali Khan like we saw in the first spell, exactly how we saw him bowl in the first game. Bowled with sheer pace in the first over and then bowled with lesser pace in his second over. Same thing here. First 2 overs, 2 wickets. In his third over, 126 for 7. Seattle has 2 new batters in. And this one full, and that's going to go for 4. And that's exactly what I was saying, Lenny. Not bowling with pace and easy for the batters to hit those deliveries.
yes, Sankar, well executed shot. coming down, stepping out towards the leg side, just clearing that offside area. And a well-played shot in front of Norman Anwar.
Let's see how Ali comes back. Fast bowlers don't like to get hit for boundaries. They always want to come back with a quick, fast bouncer. Bouncer it is, but misdirected or directed well, but not a pacey delivery. And probably the batsman was also ready as he was trying to scoop it, but didn't connect, so resulting in a dot ball.
Yeah, Ali Khan, if you've watched him over time, his slower ball is one of those loopy short ball that goes right over probably the chest area of the batter. Sankar, we saw previous ball, played a lovely shot through the offside. 15 balls remaining.
That one was quite pacey and probably missed it. Missed the stumps.
Yeah, Ali Khan is bowling variations here. He's trying to mix it up with 14 balls remaining. It's 130 on the board, as you can see, but look at this one.
That was very close to the stumps. That the batter gave himself room, and Ali Khan bowled that in. Wanted to tail back in a little bit more, just missed it by a hair. Good bowling there by Ali Khan. Good delivery, and that's going to go to slight fumble there, allowing the batter to cross for a single. We're in the 18th over, just 13 more deliveries to go. 1 ball of Ali Khan and 2 more overs.
Yeah, Ali Khan has gone for 6 in this over. We've seen a 4, we've seen a wide. We've seen a single also. Newman comes in to strike Soham Arora. And he comes in here with 2 overs and 1 ball remaining. Ali Khan will bowl his 3rd over here. And you get the feeling that maybe Nazir Jamali could come back, Kartik Adapali. Or maybe Shuja Nakvi, 2 for 17 from him.
That's a great delivery. Just dug it out and run for a quick single. So end of a very eventful over, a 4 and a wide. A few dot balls, a very close heave close to the stumps, and 15 runs conceded by Ali Khan of the 3 overs and 2 wickets. 132 for 7 Thunderbolts. You can see from the chart on your screen, not too much to talk about, but accelerated, especially courtesy of that brilliant partnership.
Yeah, we saw Aditya Ganesh and Rahul Jariwala building some tall poles, and then the taller one that you're seeing there, that's when Rahul Jariwala took off in the in the 15th over, around that area.
The previous over, Rahul Jariwala was dismissed by Shuja Nakvi off of a full toss, as he's going to continue to bowl his over. This one is hit straight to the fielder. Again, a fumble for a single. If they want to get to 150, they need 2 tallest poles right at this time with 11 balls to go.
So Sankar and Arora out in the middle. Bowling options still readily available here for the Cowboys.
Shuja, that's a wide outside the off-stump. Batsman didn't bother to touch it, so extras. Bowling well, Shuja, 2 wickets for 19, and he's the one who got both the batsmen out, the ones that built the partnership and took Seattle Thunderbolts to some respectable total. Rahul Jariwala was his last batsman that he got out on a full toss, and this is short delivery, pulls it towards onside. They want 2. It's a shy and a good throw, but misdirected. Comfortably back for 2.
Yeah, good bit of feeling there from Matthew Trum. The throw came in, but good running also from Arora and Sankar. Every run will count. There's only 10 deliveries remaining. Mustafa, you've got to give credit here to the Cowboys. They've been so mean on their extras. Only 4 wides. And so that has to be considered some discipline in their bowling. And you get the feeling also that Ali Khan could be the man to finish up. Still has 1. He's bowled well. 2 for 15, Ali Khan. Here is Naqvi.
Again, a good delivery. He's bowling really well. He didn't bowl from this end where he's bowling in this game. He bowled from the other end, and that probably didn't help his cause in the previous game. So now that he knows he's picked the right end and he's bowling well, 21 runs and 2 crucial wickets for Shuja Naqvi. Still 3 more deliveries to go, so he can certainly take more wickets. This is a low full toss, and that's carved between point and cover, and that's going to go for the boundary. So 4 runs off the bat of Subhash.
Yeah, Subhash Sankar is helping himself with some runs here. 13 off 11 balls. A lovely shot, having to reach for a low full toss. In the end, through the offside, picks up a valuable boundary, 8 balls remaining.
That line and that bowling, I feel they should be taking one more fielder more square of that pitch exactly for the shot. And again, this one hits straight to the long on for a single. So 1 more ball to come. 140, Lenny, getting closer to that 150 mark. Seattle Thunderbolts, 141 for 7. Still 7 more balls to go.
Yes, Mustafa, and of course we talked about day 1 in terms of actual competition. That will set a stage of what could be par score on these grounds. 141 here so far.
And that's a bit of misfield, and that's going to go all the way to the boundary. And Shujak, the skipper, not very pleased with that effort.
A big over here for the Thunderbolts. 13 off that over. Probably should have been 10 or 9. We saw a little bit of probably mishap with the fielder. I think he was outfoxed by the spin of the ball more than anything else, Mustafa. 145 for 7.
Yeah, very tricky to feel. It's coming to me. It's not. Is it not? And then eventually the ball got the best of the fielder, tricking the fielder and then carrying all the way to the boundary. So good over there for Subhash and Seattle Thunderbolts. 145 for 7. And 6 more balls to go, and 6 balls from Ali Khan.
Yeah, the Cowboys have already put points on the table. And if they should win this match, they'll go to sleep tonight knowing that they have won 2 games in 2 on the opening day of the Houston Open in 2026. For all our viewers, want to welcome you again. We're coming to you live from Houston.
Good delivery, good slower delivery, deceiving the batsman. And good start of the over dot ball. Space City Cowboys 1-0 after the beating Future Caps in the first game, playing back-to-back. Last game of the day for them against Seattle Thunderbolts, 145 for 7.
Yeah, good start to the 20th here from Ali Khan. Sankar he's shown us he does have the ability to give the ball a tap.
That's a good delivery, good pace. Again, no need to throw that. Ramiz Raja was the fielder. Just a single.
It's going to be exciting to see as we look ahead. Arya Kananta, how good has this man been? We'll find out soon.
He's going to be the impact player, Lenny, as he wasn't on the field. So if he's injected in the batting lineup, he's going to be coming by virtue of the impact player rule. As Ali Khan comes again, quick delivery. The batter couldn't connect, so dot ball.
Yeah, ball outside the off Umpire Owen Brown just walking across, probably looking at, sometimes in the mind of the umpire, it's not necessarily that physical line, but sometimes his visualization of where the batsman moves, sometimes that line has to move. Having a very close look. Here is Ali Khan.
That's a full toss. Hits it straight back to the long on fielder for a single. Karthik Kattapalli is the fielder. So 2 more deliveries to go. Very good 20th over by Ali Khan. Just the 2 runs in a
Yes,
very good spell here. 17 runs and 2 wickets.
yeah, if it's not going across or over the ropes, you're bowling well. This is the last over, 147. Another 2 runs will give the chasing team 150. Those are good numbers. You want to round it off, Mustafa. Those are good milestones, 150, 175, 200.
Bouncer
Wide.
and a wide.
Yeah, extras now goes up to 5, still 5 wides. And that one, of course, signaled by umpire Cameron Best. 2 umpires who we saw from the first game, Owen Brown and Cameron Best, 2 experienced umpire.
It's a slower bouncer, rolled his finger, spun, but probably landed right on the seam and took more bounce over the top. 1 for the over and a wide. Still 2 more deliveries to go. And again, tries to improvise that shot against Ali Khan, and Ali Khan is just standing there, maybe asking a question why.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Sankar has lost the plot in this over, trying to play those funky shots when what has happened to his conventional play? In this 3, we've seen 1 wide and just a couple of runs. This has really been a good over from Ali Khan. And even if this ball goes for 6, Mustafa, you'll take 9 in the 20th over any day.
Can they get to 150 and above? Let's see. So Ali Khan comes in. And that's a good delivery. They want to run for a bye, and Ali Khan will not mind that. It's a bye to the keeper. And that's the end of the inning from Seattle Thunderbolts. 149. So 150 to win. And a great effort there. Was in Seattle were in trouble early on, lost quick wickets, but a crucial partnership between Aditya and Rahul Jariwala. And 150 as Space City Cowboys would like their chances. They've got a very good batting lineup. The likes of Noman Anwar, Arya Kanata, Aindev Chauhan, Matthew Tram, Ramiz Raja, Ali Sheikh, Rahman Dar. So 150 is a good target. As we can see the scorecard of Seattle Thunderbolts, besides the partnership, the contributors Rahul Jariwala 65 of 39, a brilliant inning, and then Aditya Ganesh 27 of 29. Not too many contributions there, especially up on the top when Ali Khan 2 quick wickets, Chaitanya Bushwaid, Shashwat Kohli gone for duck, and rounding out was Subhash Sankar 15 of 16, hit 2 boundaries, and Soham Arora not out 7. So 149 for 7. Just 6 extras conceded by the Space City Cowboys. As we look at the bowling figures coming up on your screen, Nasir Jamali 3 for 27 with 1 wicket. Ali Khan 18 runs off his 4 overs and 2 wickets. Karthik Kattapalli 1 for 16 of 3. Ali Sheikh again brilliant bowling, continuing his bowling form, 1 for 19 of 4 overs. Zia Shahzad a bit on the expensive side, none for 38 of 3, and skipper Shuja Naqvi making a comeback after that dismal performance in the first game, 2 wickets of 30 runs in 3 overs. So 150, and we'll be back shortly. All right, welcome back to the second innings. We're ready with our chase for Space City Cowboys. They need 150 runs of 20 overs against Seattle Thunderbolts. We've got the two openers out in the middle. Taking strike, Noman Anwar. And then non-strikers and the youngster Arya Kanata. Should be a relatively easy chase with 150 and the kind of batting lineup they have, but you never know with the Seattle's bowling if they can get early wickets. There we go. It's down the leg, starts with a wide, so off the mark, Space City Cowboys. Soham is the bowler, starts off with a wide. And Noman didn't have a lot of luck in the first game, got out in the first over without scoring, so he wants to redeem himself, Lenny.
Yes, Mustafa. And these tournaments, they come quick and fast. A couple of days from now, we'll see the playoff team. So you want to get going, just in case your team gets into the playoff. You want to be in good form.
Soham will bowl. Doesn't look to be a very nippy and pacey bowler, but relies a lot on his line, length, and accuracy, and perhaps swing with the new ball as he's going to come in and bowl to Noman Anwar. And then again is a good delivery, swinging in the air, and Noman just taps it towards the wicket onside for a single and brings Arya on strike.
Yeah, with that run, Anwar has scored his first run in in the 2026.
Congratulations to Noman Anwar for opening his account in the 2026 Houston Open. Again, interesting choice of field. Nobody in saving single on the onside. The two players allowed in the power play are both in the deep on the onside. As Soham will roll to Arya. Arya gets to business right away. Short outside the off stump, cracks it over cover for 4.
Yeah, that's the way this young man bats. He hits boundary for fun, it appears. We saw him in the early innings, and look at that. Very first ball he received, he smashes it through the offside. Signs to come.
And with the two players in the deep, and there's slight adjustment there. As you see, one player from the deep on the onside is brought back in the circle, and then extra cover has been put in place for Arya. That was not the case when Noman was batting. They had two players on the onside, both in the deep. Adjustment for Arya. As he comes, Soham runs in, and this one is hit and is up in the air. And it seemed like the fielder wasn't ready. He responded very late, right after call for catch. One bounce and lucky break there for Arya.
Yeah, ball was hanging in the air for some time, and Mustafa, you get the feeling that Shreyas Chatnini might have been caught flat-footed. It's one of the things that they'll tell you, you've got to be like in a running stance as if you're on your mark. He probably was caught flat-footed, especially when you're feeling around the 30-yard circle.
Soham comes in. It's a good delivery on the ups, driven straight to the fielder. It seemed like the kind of shot that Arya was trying to hit was on the onside towards the square region, and that's what the fielder was doing. He was ball watching and he was anticipating a shot, and it took in top edge and went up in the air, and because he didn't expect that ball to come to him, he responded late and couldn't get to the ball as Soham comes in. And this one is hit again. There's a fielder trying to get underneath, and again one bounce. A lot happening here in the first over. Didn't get quite hold of that shot, Arya.
Yeah, 7 off the over from Soham Arora. And considering Mustafa is bowling to Arya Kananta, you'll probably take 7 any day.
A couple of half chances. I believe one was a proper chance had the fielder been ready, but this last delivery was Arya didn't get hold of that shot, couldn't connect and time it, but the fielder was there, exactly there for that kind of a shot from Arya, but didn't connect. One bounce to the fielder. So end of the first over, 7 without loss, and Noman 1 off of 2 deliveries, and Arya 5 as the new bowler marking his run up. That's Ayan. Is the new bowler as he comes to bowl. Left arm bowler. Ayan Desai adjusting his field, wants the players to his liking in the deep. He's got a deep fine leg, almost a squarish fine leg, and then a wide third man, and that's the field Ayan wants. Everybody marshalling the 30-yard circle inside, as he's got a pretty long Ali Khan kind of a run up. Ayan Desai as he comes running in. Good pace delivery driven by Arya straight to the bowler. So far the target is 115. Needs a very well disciplined bowling from Seattle Thunderbolts and some wickets to get over the finish line. This is very early goings in the second innings. Chase is for 150. They've got a big batting lineup with Matthew Tromp, Ali Sheikh, Rema Dar, Ramesh Raja Jr. as Ayan Desai comes in. That's driven. It's a great shot. Pitched outside the off, hammers it uppishly wide of the mid-off fielder. That's 4 for Arya Kanata.
Yeah, Kananta is going to be the key man here again. Look at that. Through the offside, and he's not afraid to play shots. Especially when you have come off a 43 from just 21 balls not too long ago. Mustafa, he gives you all the license to go big and to go aggressive. Play your natural game.
Slip in place as Ayan Desai comes in. That's a good delivery in the block hole. Just defended it off the inner part of the bat towards the square leg umpire for a single, brings Noman on strike. So between the two, Arya obviously looks very confident, and Noman still has one bad innings in the previous game, so he's had that in his mind, so he wants to get a good start for his team and get some runs under his belt. He's going to be a bit watchful, but knowing Noman, he's a very aggressive batsman, a very fine batsman, can score a lot of runs in bunches. He comes in, again this is wide, down the leg. Good stop there by the keeper.
Yeah, can bowl wide. Wide prolongs the game, gives the batsman an opportunity here to face an extra ball. It goes against you, it's a single. Had the keeper not collected, it would have gone for 5 wides, with still that ball to be bowled, so no benefit of going down the leg side. You're giving your keeper a lot of problems, but the keeper did well.
Ayan comes in. Oh, again. Noman was trying to hit him over mid-wicket, misses it completely, and that's what I was talking to you about, Lenny, that he still hasn't connected in this Houston Open, especially getting out cheaply in the first game. That's on his mind, and when you are in the situation like this, you want to score a boundary to release that pressure, and he hasn't been able to do that.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple of years ago with the Dallas Mustang team, that strong Dallas Mustang team, and had some big scores in that tournament, minor league over the years.
Comes in, and this one is sliced, and that's gonna bring some good luck, and that's gonna be 1 bounce 4 over cover, width on offer, and Noman just takes it and just guides it, slices it over cover for 4. So good shot, good use of the power play, and a welcome boundary for Noman and Space City Cowboys.
Yeah, lovely shot again over the offside. And Mustafa as a batsman sometime, all it takes is one good shot And you're back into form. Nauman Anwar, we've seen him play some lovely innings, a classy player.
Leon comes in. That's up in the air. Miscues that shot, but still going to clear the 30-yard circle. Diving effort by the fielder. Good stop there. Batsman back for a couple, so that's a good delivery. Anytime you bowl inside the stumps and the swing can take that, get that false shot out of the batter, which is exactly what this was, but this cleared the 30-yard circle, and that's the end of a very expensive over by Ayan Desai. 13 runs, 12 runs of the first over. And at the end of 2 overs, Space City Cowboys 19 without loss. Bowling change right away as Soham is off the attack and Amit will come in. 133 runs more needed of 109 balls, and Arya Kanata, fantastic first game. Played some brilliant shots, continuing where he left off. Already hit 2 boundaries.
Yes, still going over the required rate. They only needed about 8.5 runs on over. They're doing a 9.5. And we've seen Arya Kananta already aggressively doing well.
And on the other end, Noman Anwar wants to forget about the first innings in a hurry, so he wants to stay out there and score some runs for his team. Space City Cowboys got out cheaply in the first game with the first over. So bowling change introduced right away. As Amit will come into bowl to Arya. This is wide outside the off stump, called the wide, so not a good start with this line here. Rohan.
Yeah, they're beginning to give up a little bit more than what they're bargaining for from an extras point of view. Already in the earlier part of this game, we're beginning to see that the batting team has 9.5 runs and over.
Comes in, and that's a good shot over the top, and that's gonna go for 4, and that's the shot of a power play, width on offer, and Arya Kanata is not going to leave those kind of deliveries. Hits it over point for a boundary. Again, erring on his line and also length. Easy pickings here for Arya Kanata.
Yeah, he bats what is required in the power plays. He's going to take on the bowler knowing that there's only 2 men outside, one at deep cover and the other at where's the other man? Backward square over.
As Rohan comes running in. Again, this one is given a punishment. Outside the off stump, wide. Easy for Arya. The man in form just hits it over the cover fielder for a boundary. And not a very good line from Rohan. Not a good start. Again, outside the off stump, short. Width given, flexes his arms and hits it over the top. So Arya really enjoying this bowling here from Seattle Thunderbolts.
Yeah, a couple of 4s. Not a good start here from Rohan.
And Lenny not exactly sure why Soham was taken off. He bowled a really good over, created some chances for his team, couple of half catches.
Yeah, he's gone for a couple of boundaries already. In fact, 1 wide also. So that's 9 of 2 balls.
And this one again short, pulled it. Didn't get quite hold of it, but clears the inner circle. Wanted the double, but I believe Noman wants to keep the strikes, so sent Arya back.
Yeah, you've got to really be impressed with the effort by Arya Kananta, such a young player. Got among the runs already, got a 43, and he's batting as if he wants to finish this game, as if they're chasing 12 and 13 runs and over. They don't need that.
Rohan comes in, Noman on strike, and again, that was a better delivery. Noman was trying to hit it on the up. Was beaten with some pace and some seam movement straight to the keeper. As you saw where the keeper ended, Lenny was a bit high.
I'm wondering if he got an edge. Yep.
That was an edge. It was
Got
a
an
drop
edge.
chance. It was certainly not a... It was a difficult but was not an impossible chance. The keeper got the full glove, popped out of his hand. So life given to Noman Anwar. And this is short, and that's going to be easy boundary for him. Again, not a good ball-to-ball shot, and Noman just rocks back and pulls it towards square leg for a boundary.
Well, it should have been 21 for. It should have been 29 for one. Now it's 33 without loss. Look at that powerful shot from Nauman Anwar, given a life. Ball getting into the glove, the stretching glove of Rahul Jariwala. He doesn't hold on, and you get the feeling that is gonna hurt this team a lot.
Space City Cowboys strictly means business. 33 without loss. So, and again, this one very uncharacteristic of Noman. Just tries to hoiks it over mid-wicket, misses and through to the keeper, and that's an end of a very expensive over. 14 runs conceded. 33 without loss. A lot of field adjustments going on with the bowler coming in. 33 without loss, and will be joined shortly with new commentator Mr. Nikhil Butt will be coming in. As Ayan Desai comes in, and this is a wide outside the leg stump. Arya misses that. It was there to be hit. Didn't quite connect.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of wides, considering we're just seeing the completion of the third over. 4 wides already. We saw when Ali Khan and his men took the field, they only conceded 5 extras. Mustafa, 5 extras spread across 20 overs.
As Ayan comes running in. And Arya, what a shot that is. It's going to go for the maximum. Just times it well, over long off. And that's a sign of a man in form.
Yeah, you gotta love the intent also from Arya Kananta. Look at this one. He's looking for boundaries. He's looking for those big shots. We're in the 4th over. There's only 2 players out. He has targeted the place where they cannot put one of those fielders.
That shot to me was shot of the game. Really didn't put a lot of force, just times it well between long off and extra cover, and that goes miles outside the rope as Ayan comes in. Again, outside the off stump, was trying to cut that ball over point, misses it.
Yeah, they're going at 12 runs and over. We have seen another big flowing innings here from Arya Kananta. He's up on 25 from just 12 balls. We talked about his 43 that got them across the line along with Matthew Trump. And now you get the feeling here, no troubles at all. Whether or not Thunderbolts can come up with a plan to get this man out.
Again, short, tried to pull it, misses it. So being on the shorter side here, Ayan, as all his full deliveries have been taken to the boundary by young Arya Kanata. Very solid batsman. Always scores runs. Very aggressive. Made for T20 as an opener.
Yeah, I've seen him before. And he loves the opportunity to go after the bowler. He puts them under pressure.
Ayan comes in. This one again, is that out? Yes, that's gone. One too many attempts. Tried to clear that long off-field, mid-off-fielder, but straight to the fielder who takes the catch. And so that's the first wicket down. Arya Kanata departs for 25 and Ayan Desai getting the first wicket for Seattle Thunderbolts. Space City Cowboys 40 for 1.
Yeah, looking for more. Looking to go straight on the ground this time. Not timing it well. And in the end, it holds out towards the mid-off area. And so he falls, it's 40 for 1.
So you notice on the replay, he rolled his fingers on the ball, so slower delivery. And Arya Kanata probably didn't adjust to the bounce of the slower delivery. Hits it straight to the fielder, and that's the end of Arya Kanata's short innings. A good innings, 25 of 13, and in comes the wicketkeeper batsman Johan. Also played a really good knock in the last game. Just 2 more deliveries to go, 40 for 1, 110 needed of 98 deliveries.
Yeah, Chauhan got a 32. In fact, we saw quite the top order really fired. We talked about Kananta, but also Ramiz got among the runs. Chauhan got a few. And so Ayan Desai, he's made the breakthrough.
Saw Dev Chauhan, Lenny, in the last game. Very compact batsman. He's got power, but he plays according to the situation. He's going to face him first up to Ayan Desai. That's a good delivery, attacking the stumps. A good ball to a new batsman.
And you get the feeling, Mustafa, with Kananta gone, you get the feeling that Seattle Thunderbolts, a chance for them to really come back into this game. First of all, stop the flow of runs. Not to say that Naman Anwar and Ian Dave Chauhan can't score as quickly as Ananta, but Ananta attacks every ball.
Ayan will come in for the last delivery of his over, and that's a good looking shot, driven boundary. Once it crosses that gap, it's going to go all the way to the boundary. Like I was saying, good proper technique, good show of the face of the bat. Finds that gap and ends off an eventful over. Wicket and a few boundaries. So, end of over number 4. Space City Cowboys 44 for 1. And to take you to the rest of the innings, it's going to be Lenny with Nikhil Butt.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, it's a really nice day here at the Prairie View Cricket Fields, and awesome to have you here, Lenny, with me. Looking forward to this exciting chase. Thank you, Mustafa, for your commentary. And 106 runs to win now from 96 balls. 4 overs, 44 for 1. Noman batting on 11 of 8 balls. And first ball of the 5th over here. This time it's played beautifully in the gap between covers and mid-off. It's going towards the long-off boundary for 4. A glorious shot this. The first ball of the 5th over, smashed away for 4. Take a look at the replay. This one was a tad shot and gave himself some room there, and a brilliant shot in the gap between covers and mid-off. So a boundary to start the 5th over here, and ominous signs here for the bowling team. Nauman on 15 of 9.
It's a lovely shot from Naman Anwar. Nikhil, we saw in the early innings, he got a first ball. So he will try to make amends. We talked about batsmen looking for form in the early part of these tournaments. They come fast and thick. A couple of days from now, you're playing playoff.
Absolutely. These are thick and fast, as you said, back-to-back games. So you need to get the momentum going. And Nauman would want to keep going from here after getting this start and a relatively less risky run chase, in the sense the required run rate is less than 7 from here. So this is a good game for him to get back to scoring ways, as we see the keeper has come up. Next ball of the over here. This time shot again and tried to give himself some room, but not quite getting the connection.
Yeah, we saw the departure of Arya Kananta, certainly a big blow, but here's where Seattle Thunderbolts will have to seize the opportunity really to get into the inroads. Oh, it's a powerful batting lineup, and there's so many good players to come still.
Absolutely. We have the next ball coming up. It is Soham coming in to bowl to Noman. This is well bowled, played with soft hands, and it's a dot ball. Like you were talking, Lenny, I mean, a brilliant cameo by Arya. He really goes for it. He shows intent, but not that these two cannot, or the powerful lineup coming up later.
Yeah, we saw in the previous game, Space City Cowboys already with a win in the bag, Nikhil. We saw them cross the line, big knocks from Ian Dave Chauhan and Matthew Trump.
The next ball, this is picked up and it's going over the head of the fielder in the deep on the leg side for a 6. A glorious shot, and that's a good looking pull shot. We'll take a look at the replay when it comes up, but that was brilliant timing by Noman.
Yeah, can't bowl short with that kind of pace. Probably if you're Ali Khan, then probably you may. But look at this. This shot brings up the 50, the half century here for the Cowboys. Good swivel pull, and it's gone for a maximum. Lovely shot.
Yep, there was a fielder there, but there was no way he was catching that. A good looking shot. Noman races on to 21 now of 12 balls. He's got a boundary and a 6 in this over, and 2 more balls to go as we see Soham coming in. Noman on strike. This time shot again, and this time it's pulled away again in the gap towards deep mid wicket. 1 bounce into the fence. So he's really showing his class over here. Some amazing shots, and this is the 3rd one in the over, Lenny.
Yes, similar ball. You can't bowl there. Norman Anwar is on form. While he didn't time it, but he picks up another boundary. This over's gone for 14, Nikhil. Not a good one.
Absolutely. Pressure on the bowling team. Pressure on Soham here. He needs to finish the over well. Hopefully without a boundary from his perspective. At the other end, Noman batting on 25 of 13. Going at a strike rate of almost 200 here. Final ball of the 5th coming up. Giving himself room. This time he's picked it up, but not quite getting the connection. This should be a catch. Well. That's misjudged. And can you believe it? It should have been a regulation catch, but not quite. Not the finish that the bowler wanted, but a missed chance.
Should have been the keeper's catch. It was very close up to the keeper, but I heard that fielder, number 27, calling for it. And that is why the keeper never got involved. That's a keeper's catch.
Absolutely, the keeper has to go for it. Like you said, the fielder called for it, went towards the ball. In the end, as per the replay here, he was nowhere close. He put in the dive, but could not even get his hands to it. That should have
look
been
at that. Inches away, your wicketkeeper with the man with the gloves, and he's standing there doing nothing.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a missed opportunity. Would have been a great comeback by Soham after going for 14 of the first 5 balls. Not quite. It's a missed chance, and it's 58 for 1 after 5 now.
Yeah, a couple of chances going down. That one, while it didn't carry to hand, but still. And then we saw Rahul Jariwala putting down 1. So when you're defending 147, 58 for 1, this is a big score already. A lot of runs on the board. You've got to take even the half chances that come, Nikhil.
Absolutely, and here is a gamble. The left arm spinner, the final over of the power play. And the first ball left arm around to the right-handed batter, played towards covers. A good start here by Bishnoi, I believe. He's into the attack. And the 2 fielders outside the circle for him. There is a deep mid-wicket and there is a long off. And he's coming in again now. It's Ian Dave on strike, batting on 4 of 3 balls. This is well bowled, slowing it up, and a quick single. Good running by both the batters. Good understanding between them, as you see over here, Lenny.
Yeah, that's very good running, good communication. Running is not about speed. It's all about communication, especially when you tap the ball right on the square and you run through. Bishnoi will want a better game with the ball. Got a first ball today off the bowling of Ali Khan. Brilliant delivery. So he may want to make up. And what a day to probably get a 4 or 5 and get them across the line.
Absolutely. As we see the 3rd ball, it's going to be Noman on strike now. This is short and played on the offside. A misfield by the fielder in the cover region. It's gone towards the boundary for 4. Well, that's unexpected. It's elementary. These need to be stopped, Lenny.
Yeah, not a good looking shot from the batter out in the middle. A lot of room there, Nikhil. Can't bowl there. And so a shot that is punched through the offside, gone for 4.
Yep, so that's the final over of the power player, and they've got 5 runs of the first 3 balls, 63 for 1. Current run rate almost 12 per over. And it's going to be Bishnoi here continuing. Left arm around to Nauman, batting on 29. This is well bowled, and it's a dot ball straight back to the bowler. Good come back.
Yeah, Bishnoi, he's got a big job to do. One is to get wickets, and the other one is to save runs with the asking rate just over 6.
Yep, not easy for the bowling team. In comes Bishnoi, giving himself some room, picked up beautifully, and it's gone over the head of the fielder at wideish long off for 6. That's a glorious shot by Nauman Anwar, and he's really looking dangerous over here from the bowling team's perspective, Lenny.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot again. Look at that. Crunched it straight down the ground. Gone for another massive 6. Given a couple of chances, Nauman Anwar, but he has capitalized. He's up to 35.
Absolutely, you cannot drop chances against such quality batters, as we saw a drop chance in the previous over. And here he is batting on 35 now, Nauman. Final ball of the power play. Bishnoi given away 11 runs so far. The quicker one played on the leg side in the vacant region. They're going for a quick single, but they make it in the end easily. That's the end of the power play. 6 overs done. What a start here. 70 for 1. This is looking like a game which can really be over soon if these two get going. But the power play is done, and the bowling team would want to come back stronger with 5 fielders outside the circle after this. So now it's 72 for 1, 6.2. And a couple of singles after the power play. The first 2 balls from Rohan. 1 single each by the 2 batters. So Nauman is back on strike. He's batting on 37 of 19. Rohan coming in right arm over. The fuller ball flicked away again towards mid-wicket. They're doing it easily over here, Lenny, now. No pressure on the batting team.
Yeah, partnership that has gone up to 33. We've seen a good knock from Nauman Anwar. And we saw what we're seeing from Nauman Anwar. Every 3 or 4 balls, he hits a boundary. And we have seen Ian Dev Chauhan. He's a quality player. So he is also very good.
Yeah, this is really good batting by both the batters. I mean, they're rotating the strike. There's no pressure. 4th ball of the 7th here. Taken on the full, and it's played towards long off for a single. So 4 singles in this over after the power play. Required run rate of less than 6. And Noman Anwar batting beautifully on 38 of 20. There were a few missed chances as we were talking about it earlier during the power play. But we have seen some amazing shots by Noman and Arya both in this run chase. Rohan coming in again. This is the short ball and he's played it towards long on for a single. So 5 singles in this over so far.
Yeah, better over here from Aurora, Soham Aurora. And you get the feeling that both Ian Dave and Naman Anwar not in a rush because Nikhil, they're going at almost 11 runs and over. They just required at about 8. And so they've got some reserve in the tank.
Absolutely. Final ball of the 7th here. And they want strike. This is played off the back foot towards the point region for a single. So 6 singles in the 7th after 7, 76 for 1. And we'll have the 8th over coming up in a few seconds. Thank you. Alright, so 7 overs 76 for 1 and just 74 runs now in 13 overs. Required run rate of less than 6 here. A relatively easy run chase from here unless they lose some quick wickets and the bowling team can make a comeback. It will be Bishnoi to continue here. He bowled the final over of the power play. We saw a good looking shot from Nauman in that over towards wideish long off for a 6. Now the power play is done, so Bishnoi can have 5 fielders outside the circle. And we have the first ball of the new over coming up. It will be Yandev on strike, batting on 8 of 7 balls. Bishnoi will be coming left arm around. This is the ball that's played on the leg side, but Bishnoi covering ground. The mid-wicket region is vacant for an easy single. Obviously the customary 5 fielders outside the circle now. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off and sweeper cover out. So we have Chaitanya 1.1 overs, none for 12. Yandev batting on 8 of 8 balls. In comes Bishnoi again. This is well bowled, played off the back foot straight to covers. Good start in this over by Bishnoi. 2 dot balls.
Yeah, they'll need to get wicket. That's how tough this game has come. Well, we've seen a good knock from the 2 men out in the middle. A 36-run partnership.
Absolutely, as we see Bishnoi continuing here. Left arm spinner, the quicker one shot. It's pulled away towards deep square leg for an easy single. And these are just the sort of games, Lenny, where once the power play sets up the match, you need to stay there and finish it. That's what matters. That's what differentiates the best from the rest.
Yeah, you're right on that. 73 of 75, so almost run a ball. In these days of T20 cricket, Nikhil, run a ball is what they consider a walk in the park.
Absolutely. I mean, it should be a walk in the park unless we see an amazing spell from one of these bowlers, as we see Bishnoi continuing. Nauman batting beautifully on 39. This is cut away straight to the point region, a misfield. It should be a single there. That probably should have been a dot ball.
Yeah, you get the feeling if a wicket is not coming, you get the feeling that the boys could lose a little bit of interest in the middle.
Absolutely. Bishnoi continuing, Yandev on strike. This time well bowled, slight turn, but played in the vacant region on the offside for an easy single. 3 singles in this over. Final ball coming up. It's 78 for 1.
And you get the feeling with Cowboys already points on the table for them. They come out of Group B. And we'll talk about the other teams probably in the next over. But Nikhil, they'll probably go to bed with a couple of wins here. That's going to be a big start on day 1 of the Houston Open in 2026.
Absolutely. Final ball here. This is played nicely in the vacant region towards mid-wicket. Bishnoi giving the chase, and a direct hit may have been close, but in the end 4 singles in this over. And it's 8 overs done, 80 for 1, and less than 6 runs needed per over. We'll be back in a few seconds. Take a look at the replay here. That would have been out if it was a direct hit. Not quite to be, as we see the batter is short off his crease, and a missed opportunity we can say, but I mean, again, good ground coverage by Bishnoi to get to the ball and then throw it towards the stumps. 2 overs, none for 16 for Chaitanya. Yes, Lenny, you were talking about it. 2 wins today. That would be the perfect start for the batting team.
Yeah, sure. And we've seen a partnership of 40 between Chauhan and Nauman Anwar. Chauhan very experienced, and Nauman Anwar, we know he can play some lovely shots.
First ball, this is played away over the head of the short third fielder, and it's gone towards the third man boundary for 4. There was some room there, and he had the opportunity to free his arms, and he's cashed in on that. Take a look at this outside the off stump. And as they say, when you slash hard, no chance for the fielders in the circle, no one outside the circle. That's 4.
Yeah, they're batting extremely well. And now that equation has come down to just 66 runs needed. We saw them bowling well enough to restrict the Seattle Thunderbolts just under 150, 149. And now 150 on the card looks pretty ordinary.
Yep, I mean, the required run rate of less than 6 from here on. And it is, again, the next ball. This is played back to the bowler. Could come back, not giving any room this time to the bowler. Nauman Anwar looking really good over here. He's raced on to 45 now of 25 balls. The scorecard still to reflect that, but this is good batting after the missed opportunity against him.
A couple of chances, Nikhil, but all that is part of the game. 7 and 25. Got an edge that was not taken by Jariwala when he was on 7.
This time the full ball played towards long on, and it's a single there.
Then he knocked one up in which we thought that the keeper should have called for it. But in the end, falling maybe a couple of feet away from the keeper with gloves, doing nothing.
Absolutely, like you said, I mean, it has to be the keeper's catch, that one, because he has the gloves. Yes, the fielder in the slip region called for it, but it should have been a keeper's catch nevertheless, as we see. Oh, all right, this is laid on the leg side for a single. Looks like there was a boundary on the second ball of the over, but the scorecard is reflecting as just 1 run. Pretty sure the scorer would be correcting that, because the second ball went for 4, and that needs to be corrected. So we'll wait on that as we see Nauman on strike now. This is short, and it's pulled away on the leg side towards mid-wicket for a single. I believe we have had a boundary, and then we have had a few singles in this over. So the correction will be there on the screen, I'm sure. But this looks like a relatively easy chase from here.
Yes, 7 off this over so far from Rohan. They're seemingly...
This was angled into the batter's body, and he played it on the leg side for 1 run again. That is the end of the over, and the required run rate is less than 6. We'll wait on the exact score, because there might be a correction for the second ball, which went for a boundary. All right, so we have a change in bowling now. Shashwat Kohli is coming into the attack, number 15. And it is the first ball of the 10th over. It's Noman on strike. Just Shashwat Kohli coming into the attack for Seattle Thunderbolts. So we have the wrist spinner now. This is well bowled, a good start. Back to the bowler. 9 overs, 9.185 for 1 is what the scorecard is showing. Noman batting beautifully on 43. This is beautifully played towards extra cover for a single. Yeah, sorry, I mean that's Yende once who played it towards extra cover, and now Noman is back on strike.
Yes, so we're trying to catch up with the scoring. It should be 89 for 1. Noman Anwar on strike, he's on 47. Chauhan is on 13, and that partnership is 49, Nikhil. So some milestone in this over, perhaps.
Absolutely, 1 run needed for the 50 partnership here. This is picked up beautifully by Noman, and this can be a catch. Well, not quite. A collision between the two fielders, and it's gone for 4. The 50 partnership and the 50 up for Noman as well. This is beautifully done. I mean, it was a tad risky again. Should have been a catch. Misjudgment between the two fielders. They collided against each other. In the end, a boundary for Noman and the 50 up.
Yeah, take a look. Given a lot of air here from Shashwat Kohli. And in the end, a big miscommunication. And in the end, not only another chance that goes down, but it went away for 4.
Probably should have been the long off fielder, his catch. As the next ball, it's played beautifully again in the vacant region towards extra cover. Good stop by the fielder at long off, keeping it to just a single. But probably the catch should have been for the long off fielder and not the long on fielder who came from his side towards long off. Nevertheless, it's a missed opportunity. And we have the next ball of the over. Yandev on strike. It's played again towards extra cover. And a good stop by the fielder, keeping it to just a single. Like you mentioned, Lenny, some corrections in the scorecard still to happen. It is 95, I believe, should be the score. And the final ball of the 10th coming up here. Shashwat Kohli continuing here. This is short, and it's played towards the fielder on the offside for a dot ball. So that's the end of the 10th. After 10, it should be 95 for 1. The correction will happen hopefully soon. We'll be back in a few seconds. So it's 10 overs, 92 for 1. Noman batting on 45, as we see on the screen, and Yande batting on 17 of 16. Shashwat bowled a good over, none for 7 in that 1 over that he bowled. And it is again the first ball of the 11th coming up. It's a really good run chase here by the batting team. First ball here, it's played on the back foot in the gap on the offside towards covers for an easy single by Yandev.
Yeah, Ian Dave is a quality player, Nikhil, and while he might be the player who's going to rotate the strike, tap it around, pick up 1 or 2 boundaries along the way, but he's really a classy player, and we've seen Noman Anwar probably approaching a half century here.
Yep, in comes the bowler. This is picked up on the leg side beautifully in the cow corner region. He smashed it away for a glorious 6, and that was short, asking to be hit, and he's not going to miss out on that. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, that will bring up his half century with that 6, and what a way to get a half century with a boundary. Well played, Noman Anwar.
Beautiful shot and an excellent 50 for Noman. Like you said, he missed out in the first game, and here he is. He's made amends for it. And from his perspective and his team's perspective, he would want to stay there, finish this game. What a knock this has been. Strike rate of close to 150 and 2 sixes and 5 fours. Next ball of the over here. This is played nicely on the leg side towards square leg for a single. This was a brilliant knock, barring the few missed chances.
So Chauhan comes back into strike. The 100 comes up, Nikhil, while all that was happening. So a couple of milestones crossed here as Rohan continues to Chauhan.
This is wide outside the off stump, played towards mid-off. A good stop by the fielder there. So it's a dot ball. Just 50 more runs to go from here. And Lenny, I believe this is where, like tactically, you know, getting this done soon is also an option with run rate and everything coming in the equation. Remember, there was some rain around yesterday. Regardless, you would want to have a good run rate. You never know when it can come handy. As we see the next ball here, and it's flicked away towards mid-wicket for an easy single here by Yandev.
Yeah, you talked about a net run race situation, but as in the case of the Cowboys, they're on course to win their second game.
It's a good
And
point.
2 groups of 5, you know you're going to play 4 matches, so you've got to capitalize on every opportunity to really get those wins in.
Absolutely, you're right. So it's 9 runs in this over so far. 101 for 1. 49 more runs to get. The shot, it's played nicely towards deep square leg for an easy single. That's the end of the 11th. It's 102 for 1. And we'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so it's 102 for 1 after 11. And it's Shashwat to continue here. This is nicely played on the offside.
Yeah, now Anwar has really played a good knock. He's the man on strike.
Yep, Naman on strike, Shashwat coming in. This is nicely tossed up, beautifully bowled. Good ball this by Shashwat. He tried to play it on the offside, missed it in the end.
Yeah, the big question is, what can they do with 45 runs to defend here, Nikhil? We've seen a solid partnership of some 65 runs.
This is shot and cut away on the offside. So a good over here by Shashwat, 3 dot balls. I mean, that's all they can do. Try to take the game till the end if they can. I mean, not much with 45 runs. You need some wickets and some quick wickets. That's the best bet for the bowling team. It's Shashwat again continuing here. It's tossed up nicely and 4 dot balls. It's been a tidy spell here by Shashwat. Remember, he had the missed chance in the previous over as well. So he's bowling here. He's bowling well here, Lenny.
Yeah, good bowling. They're still defending 45. A lot of balls remaining 50.
Yep, 4 dot balls in this over. This is short, cut away towards off. Towards the offside, towards point. 5 dot balls. It's been a good over here by Shashwat. We
Yeah.
want to finish well.
Could we see our first maiden of the tournament, Nikhil? Here we are. If he bowls a dot ball here or he gets a wicket, we're down for a maiden.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens here. This is short, cut away, and it's a maiden. The first maiden of the tournament, as you mentioned, Lenny. A good over by Shashwat. 2 overs, 1 maiden, none for 7 for him. And after 12, it's 102 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds.
So 102 for 1. The cricket continues. Could see a bowling change. Rohan has been taken off. It's really been a tough sledding here for the Seattle Thunderbolts. Just posting 149, and you get the feeling 149 in these days of T20 cricket may not get you too far. Here is, looks like Ayan Desai given the ball. He comes in here. And straight away, Chauhan picks up another run and brings them closer home. As the action continues, game number 2 on the first day of competition, officially the second day. As you're well aware, yesterday was completely abandoned because of not good playing conditions. But here we are in Prairie View Cricket Complex. Wide is a signal from umpire Cameron Best. So the action will continue as it looks like Ayan Desai is the bowler. And we've seen a very good showing here from the Cowboys. They've picked up a win earlier on. They took out Future Caps, and here they are. A game in which probably they will not lose, but can't call it yet. Driven into the offside. Good looking shot again from Nauman Anwar. And Nikhil, it looks like a couple of wins here for the Space City Cowboys.
Yeah, just the perfect start you would want in a big tournament, and 2 in 2 would be something that they would definitely want going into tomorrow, because it's all about confidence, the momentum in these tournaments. You start well, it keeps you in good stead as you progress in the tournament. As we have the next ball of the over here. This is a good bouncer, the short ball angled across the right-handed batter, Nauman. He tried to go for the pull shot, and in the end, Ayan, he's picked up 1 wicket. He picked up the wicket of Arya, of course. So you would want a couple of wickets. Now it's 45 from 45. So the required run rate has come to 6 per over after a while in this run chase. And the left-hand pacer coming. He's bowling to Nauman. This is pulled away beautifully in the gap between deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. It's 1 bounce into the fence, and that should be the 50 up here for Nauman. It's a brilliant knock, and what a way to get to it. A glorious pull shot. Take a look at the replay here. Shot pulled away beautifully, bisecting the field between deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. This is brilliant batting here by Nauman. What a knock here. He looks really, really in good form. A couple of missed chances, yes, but he's really cashed in, and that's exactly what you would expect from a quality batter, Lenny. This is really good going. 52 of 38, 36. This is angled across, played towards sweeper cover for an easy single by Nauman. And the current run rate is close to 9 per over. And just 41 more runs to go from here. And what a run chase this has been. There was never any pressure after the good cameo, the impactful cameo by Arya up front. And then Nauman has really cashed in and carried on. And Yandev, as you mentioned, he's played the anchor role to perfection here. This is picked up beautifully over the head of the fielder at long on. It's gone all the way for 6. What a shot this. And this is really looking like it's going to finish relatively fast. Take a look at the replay. This ball picked up beautifully. There was a fielder at long on, and all he could do was see the ball sail over his head for 6. What a shot this. That should be the end of the over. And now just 34 runs to get. Nauman batting beautifully on 58. And required run rate of less than 5 now. It's 116 for 1. And excellent facilities here at the Prairie View cricket fields. Would like to mention the management, Mangesh and everyone involved. I mean, they put in a lot of hard work after the rain, which was unexpected a couple of days back. From there to see what we are witnessing here, beautiful grounds, the pitches are looking good. I mean, kudos to the management. And it's thanks to the facilities, thanks to the management and the staff that we are witnessing amazing cricket, top quality cricket here in the Houston Open 2026. Of course, we'll have many more good games coming up. There are many more games that are going on. And an exciting week here in Houston, Lenny, and something that cricket fans in US definitely cherish and look forward to.
Yes, Nikhil, and certainly the Houston Open is not in this first year, not in the second year. It's been around maybe 4 or 5 years. And along with sister tournaments, those in the Atlanta Open also is a part of what is happening here. New bowler.
That's right, and the first ball flicked away on the leg side towards mid-wicket for an easy single here. Yandev doing it to perfection, and this just shows the temperament of both these batters. They ideally would want to stay there, finish it for their team. Just 33 to get from here. Nauman batting beautifully on 58 of 37 balls. What a knock this has been. Shoaib coming in, taken on the full easily towards long off for a single by Nauman. And yeah, I mean, talking about Yandev, as Lenny mentioned, he's a quality batter. He's a classical batter, and you can see all his shots. And take a look at this. Cut away beautifully of the back foot, making good use of the crease in the gap. The fielder at sweeper cover doing well there, keeping it to just a single. But you see the class of that batter with that shot, Lenny.
Yeah, Ian Dev usually plays for the West Coast teams, either Seattle or East Bay. And so he's coming up against what used to be his team.
Yeah, that's added motivation, you can say, as this ball, it's played towards covers for straight to the fielder. In fact, it's a dot ball. So Nauman batting on 59 now, and Yandev on 29. The top 3 batters have delivered brilliantly for their team here. This is played on the back foot easily towards long off. So 4 singles in this over so far. Final ball of the 14th coming up. It's 120 for 1. Nauman batting on 60, and Yandev, who's now on strike, batting on 29 of 29. 30 to get from here. Shoaib coming in. This time it's played again towards long off for a single. 5 singles in that over, 14 done. It's 121 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds. Well, what a partnership this has been. 79-run partnership. And the opening partnership was 36 of just 22 balls. So the top 3 batters really delivering here for their team. Shashwat Kohli is back into the attack now. He's changed ends. He bowled 2 good overs. Remember, he bowled the first maiden of the Houston Open. This is played towards long off for a single again. And yeah, Shashwat Kohli 2.1, none for 8 so far.
Yeah, first run. First run in 7 balls.
He's
Wonderful figures, 2 overs, 1 min in a T20 game.
Here comes Kohli now again. This time it's picked up beautifully. He's played it towards wideish long off. The fielder at long off had no chance. And again, that's picking the gap to perfection, timing the ball. And this is brilliant batting by Nauman. take a look at the replay when it comes up. But a glorious shot this, Lenny, and a treat to watch this.
Yeah, Nikhil, when you've been out in the middle so long, at the caliber of Nauman Anwar, batting becomes easier. And you yourself have played, look at this one, straight down the ground. Short ball, played with the spin. And Nikhil, you yourself has been a batsman who has scored quite a few runs, centuries, so you know sometimes it gets easier the longer you go.
Absolutely, you see the ball like a football there when you're there in the middle for a long time. That's exactly what's happening here with Nauman. And with his quality and skill set, I mean, you're just, it's like Christmas has come early for him. This is good batting.
And the fact is, no pressure at all, asking rate 3.8.
This is short and again easily played towards long off for a single. So just 23 runs to go from here, and Shashwat in his third over, he's given away only 13 runs. It's been a very tidy spell. Remember, there is no pressure on the batters. To still go at an economy of less than 5 is pretty good so far from Shashwat. Again, this is well bowled. It's played in the vacant region towards extra cover for a single. So it will be Nauman again back on strike now. Final ball of the 15th over coming up, I believe. Yes, Nauman on strike, batting on 65. It's 128 for 1. This is short. This is pulled away beautifully, but there is a fielder in the deep on the leg side. So it should be a single. 8 runs of that over, a tidy over by Shashwat. 15 done. It's 129 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds. So it's 129 for 1. Seattle Thunderbolts versus Space City Cowboys. And just shows the boundary ball percentage chart here on the screen. Comparison. The first ball of the new over played nicely on the offside towards sweeper cover for an easy single there by Nauman. So now it's Yande back on strike, 32 of 32. He's played a really good knock here for his team. This is nicely played off the back foot again, picking the gap to perfection. And that's exactly what the batting team needs here because there's no pressure, there are a lot of gaps. All you have to do is rotate and continue and carry on and get to the win for your team. Nauman on 67, Shoaib coming in. This is well bowled. Back to the bowler. Shoaib again in the middle of a good spell, 1.3 overs so far, none for 7. So he's bowling well here for his team. Shoaib to Nauman again. This time again the fuller ball played towards mid-wicket in the deep for an easy single. So they're doing it easily. The required run rate is 4.15 from here on. And it's 132 for 1. Yande one strike. In comes Shoaib, dancing down the track, but back to the bowler. Well bowled by Shoaib. Showing some aggression there, the bowler, ensuring that the batter goes back into his crease. Yande again on strike, batting on 33. Shoaib to Yande outside the off stump, playing the late cut. Away from the fielder at short third, should be a couple of runs. This is good running. And again, a tidy over by Shoaib. Just 5 runs in that over. 2 overs, none for 10 for him. After 16, it's 134 for 1. Just 16 more runs to go. We'll be back in a few seconds. What a knock this has been from Nauman. Agreed, he had a couple of missed chances, but he's played some amazing shots. It's been a treat to watch, Lenny.
Yes. He'll feel good after the first game, Nikhil. And that is also because they've done well. Space City Cowboys, led by Ali Khan. And they're probably, what, 15, 16 runs away from their second win of the tournament. That's impressive.
Absolutely, a really clinical run chase, this one by Space City. 16 overs, 133 is what the match shot analysis chart shows. The score is 134 here. And a change in bowling. This is picked up beautifully by the batter over the head of the bowler. The fielder at long off had no chance. It was straight over the head all the way for 6. A glorious shot this by Nauman again. And again, what a shot. Excellent pickup, beautiful timing. And 6 runs all the way. Take a look at the replay, this one.
Yeah, in the slot from the off spinner. And look at that. That's a man in form. He can play any shot that he likes at this stage of the game. And brings them seemingly close for their second win in the 2026 Houston Open.
10 runs to get now. Noman on 74 of 48 balls. A 6 to start the over from the new bowler Mayura. Just waiting for the ball to come back. It was a beautiful pickup shot. 74 of 48 with 7 fours and 4 sixes. A strike rate of almost 155. What a knock. Treat to watch. And yeah, I mean, Lenny, like you said, he got out early in the first match. So from a batter's perspective in a big tournament like this, it's always important to get runs up front in the first few matches to get the momentum as you carry on. He's just helping with something there. But yeah, I mean, from a batter's perspective, it's critical that you get going earlier in the tournament so that you can carry on the good form towards the business end of the tournament. And that's exactly what Nauman would have wanted after missing out in the first game. It's a brilliant match here overall for Seattle. Just waiting on the ball. I beg your pardon, I meant it's a brilliant match for Space City Cowboys. For Seattle, from their perspective, things didn't go to plan for them. Obviously, they were batting first and they were restricted to 149. Rahul Zariwala played an amazing knock of 65 of just 39 balls with 7 fours and 3 sixes. A strike rate of 166. And from the bowling perspective for Space City, Ali Khan 4 overs 2 for 18. Nasir Jamali 3 overs 1 for 27. 1 wicket for Ali, 1 wicket for Karthik. They were economical. And Shuja 3 overs 2 for 30. That was the bowling chart for Space City. As we have the ball, let's come back. He's bowling right arm around now. The bowler, it's played towards long on by Nauman for an easy single. Nauman moves on to 74, 75 now. Yandev batting on 35. Just 9 more runs to get now. Mayura continuing. He's coming right arm around. This is played nicely towards long off by Yandev. So 3 balls left in this over. 8 runs to get from here on. And we have Nauman back on strike now. He's facing the bowler. He's coming right arm around. This time angled across the right-handed batter. Slightly inside the wide line. So a good ball, that one, by the spinner. He's got a quick arm action. Mayura is continuing here. He's coming right arm around to Nauman. This time it's picked up beautifully. The fielder at deep mid-wicket has no chance. It's gone over his head all the way for 6. What a shot again by Nauman. He's raced on to 81 with that 6. This is brilliant batting and what a pickup shot. It was almost like he knew exactly where the ball was going to pitch. Take a look at this. And he's picked it up, timed it to perfection. Agreed there was a fielder right there, but all he could do is watch the ball go way over his head all the way for 6. Brilliant batting by Nauman. Just 2 runs to get now. And we have 1 more ball left in this over Already 14 runs in this over with a couple of big sixes. 2 to get. This time he's picked it up. He's gone for the big shot to finish the match. The keeper is going for it. There is no way he's getting to the ball. And they pick up the 2 runs, and that should be the game here. Noman Anwar doing it not quite the way he wanted it, but 2 runs nevertheless. He's finished 83 not out. What a knock this has been. And that's the Space City Cowboys winning the match easily by 9 wickets after 17 overs. And it's been a brilliant game and brilliant batting by the top 3 for their team. So we'll be back now for the next match, but thank you everyone for tuning in.
First delivery, hits it over the top. Didn't time it well. Still a chance for the field. Second over. See Jamali comes in. That's heaved over mid-wicket, and that's gonna go all the way for a 6. So running in again, a slower delivery, and this one is gone. To Rahul. That's a good delivery. As Ali comes in, that's York and gone. First
Yorker too.
And that's out, gone. Another wicket, and that's what. It's a short delivery and pulled it with that kind of pace, no problem.
Could be the man under pressure here. They could be targeting him. And a couple of balls remaining.
Go all the way to the boundary. Poor line there, just outside. Good flighted reverse sweep, and that's gone. That's up in the air and gone. And that's exactly. Quicker delivery. Abhishek comes in, and now it's all Space City Cowboys. This one is cut very good. No chance for Matthew Tromp, and a bit over comes in Karthik. Delivery, and that's a good looking drive, and that's gonna go for another boundary. Comes down the track, and it's gonna take him all the way for a 6. Mighty blow there by come in, quicker delivery, and this one is edged. Passes the keeper, passes the short man, third man after it, and Sia comes in, and this one again out. This one again, a good shot, and want to come back for the second, and that. This one is hit over the top, and that's gonna go all the way for 6. And that's gone. Here you go. Comes in. This one is reverse swept, and this is much better executed, and that's gonna go all the way. And this one again, and it's gonna go all the way to the boundary for 4. This one again. Is that going to carry? Great. This one comes down the track, and that's gonna go all the way for the maximum. So Rahul Jariwala pulled well in this, and this one pulls it, and that's gonna go for a maximum. So
Stays to the end.
this one again. That's gonna go all the way to the boundary.
The game.
This is a full toss and hit high. Is it going to clear? No, that's gone. And this one pulled, and that's gonna go for 4, and that's exactly what it no full toss, and that's carved between point,
So far.
and that's a bit of misfeel, and that's gonna go all the way to the boundary. That's a good delivery. They want to run for a bye, and Ali Khan will not mind that. It's a bye to the keeper, and that's the end of the inning from Seattle. Will go to Arya. Arya gets to business right away. Short outside the off stump. This one is hit, and this is up in the air. Zayan Desai comes in. That's driven. It's a great shot. And this one is sliced, and that's gonna bring some good luck, and comes in, and that's a good shot over the end. Again, this one is given a punishment. Out comes in, Noman on strike, and again, and this is short, and that's gonna be easy boundary for him. Again, and Arya, what a shot that is! It's gonna go for the maximum. Just times it. Comes in. This one again, is that out? Yes, that's gone. One too many attempts. Tried to clear that last over. That's a good looking shot. Driven. Boundary. Once it crosses that gap, it's gonna go
Off
off.
the 5th over here. This time it's played beautifully in the gap between covers and mid-off. It's going towards
Matthew
long.
Trump.
Next ball, this is picked up and it's going over the head of the fielder in the deep on the leg. This time shot again, and this time it's pulled away again in the gap towards deep mid. Coming up. It's a room. This time he's picked it up, but not quite getting the connection. This should be a catch. Well. That's a strike now. This is shot. Played on the offside. A misfield by the fielder in the cover region. It's gone towards the boundary for 14. Vishnu giving himself some room. Picked up beautifully, and it's gone over the head of the fielder at wideish. Vishnu giving the chase, and
Some lovely shots.
first ball. This is played away over the head of the short third fielder. 1 run needed for 50 partnership here. This is picked up beautifully by Nauman, and this can be a catch. Well, not quite. A collision between the two fielders, and it's gone for 4. Comes the bowler. This is picked up on the leg side beautifully in the cow corner region. He's bowling to Nauman. This is pulled away beautifully in the gap between deep mid wicket and deep square leg. It's one to perfection here. This is picked up beautifully over the head of the fielder at long on. It's gone. Slowly now again. This time it's picked up beautifully. He's played it towards wideish long off. The fielder at long off had no chance. And the change in bowling. This is picked up beautifully by the batter over the head of the bowler. This time it's picked up beautifully. The fielder at deep mid wicket has no chance. It's gone over.